here. Actually hit the enter key.
Anarchy?
The enter key, yeah. What do you call it?
Enter key in the UK. Sorry, I was making a joke because you said it really,
Enter
really
key
fast.
in
And
the
it's like
UK.
NRK.
Enter key in the UK, not Command Shift. That's stupid.
Okay, getting there slowly. You're almost there.
Well, as long as you're far away enough for the strike system not to care, go ahead.
Oh.
Strike system?
There. We go. Hello, everyone. I am AD Springer, also known as Corbidian. This is the Electric Metropolis video game tour, and today we're doing another episode of Lex Arcana, a game of ancient Rome. Lex Arcana Susurros Alienorum, a campaign set in ancient Rome, but an alternate ancient Rome, where magic still persists and the dangers therein demand the attentions of our cohort auxiliary Arcanum, a group of magical investigators on orders and authority of the Emperor to go forth and preserve the Empire from various threats. And last we checked in, our latest, the current Contabarum that we're focusing on, are going in a valley just north of the Italia province, nestled between some mountains and a valley. And there they found a place riddled with death and omen, covered in shadow and with hints of song. Before they did defeat a demon and dispersed her from this world, they also went to a temple of Mercury and trafficked with a druid over a Roman citizen. And the gods showed their pleasure and displeasure, depending on how they looked at it. And then they ambushed a group of bandits hidden within a government building, a manor house that's meant for the curata, the road inspector's office, also a sort of way station, a sleeping house, and killed some bandits that were in there, but did not find the giant mutant of a man that was with them and leading them. So they scoured the place for what they could and decided, rather than sleep, after basically, over the last 2 episodes, all but one day, episode 3 here, it's still the same day, they have not rested. And there's no downside to that at all. Time.
We've been busy.
So they are now gone deep into the surface of the earth and have made their way through some catacombs, pre-Roman catacombs, and are finding themselves approaching a room full of chanting.
Chanting is not ominous at all.
Does resting actually do anything for us?
I think it's one of the few ways you can get Pietas back.
Oh.
I thought you could only regain Pietas at the end of an adventure when you had chance to pray.
Oh, well, never mind then.
I think.
Hey, what? I actually don't know. I just find it funny. It's like just
like us enough at the moment to give us Pietas back. Mine does at least not.
Oops.
Fucking Diana, such a good god, man.
I'm sure my turn will come when I have to do something that Diana won't be happy with.
That's true, but for now she's very pragmatic.
That's as Mercury. I mean, being frank, I didn't lose that much.
Yep.
Mercury didn't mind that much.
Because you bribed him.
Well, it is Mercury.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But you still have to say it. Because you did do bribe him. And that's completely fine.
Yep, only at the end of an adventure.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Shows what you know.
And divine intervention during the, like we've gotten some back here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was mainly cursed.
It's a wide open catacomb. Ah!
What?
Uh,
I can't see anything.
creepy hooded guys around
Oh no.
around a symbol of midnight.
Oh,
There's Tarsus the Breaker in a giant token, and then
that's scary.
Unfeeling Brilliant Tactician, and once a Stoic Senator.
Okay. Well then.
Those are the flags that come up when I hover over these C&D tokens.
Gotcha.
Oops, you don't know that name. Why do I pop it up? Don't worry about that.
Oh, that's Cassie of the Pale Veil. She's an unfeeling Brilliant Tactician.
Okay. Good to know.
So, I believe, sorry, that you all were trying to approach this chamber in some secret. Try not
Yes.
to alert them.
Yes.
Yes.
So I believe I am owed a roll here.
The De Corpore is stealth, I think.
Y'all. And before you all roll, you actually get a plus. Each of you get a +2 because it is. Actually, no, I take that back. You guys have a torch. You guys aren't, unless you guys are snuffing your torch as you approach.
Depends. Is there light coming?
Yeah, is there any
As we-
light?
There's light coming from the room you're approaching. The reason you might not want to do that is it makes it harder for you. If you want to flee, it's harder to flee into the darkness.
Well, okay, it's a catacomb, so could we like leave a torch like around a bend somewhere, just as we start seeing the light, so that we could snatch it up if we have to run? Like just
Yeah.
jam it in between some thigh bones.
Yeah, I'll take
Okay.
that. Sure.
Good idea.
In that case, then, since you're not carrying a torch as you walk into the room, you'll all have a +2 to the De Corpore because you're harder to see. Well, so much for that. I mean, I could roll crap.
I will
Much as I'm saying that.
try to hide and be stealthy.
Okay, there's Corvus.
Snake eyes. Yeah, see? Hey,
Oh.
Sarah, we shouldn't have touched your sheet.
See?
Holy crap.
It was. I said it before. Like, no touching other people's sheets. It's bad enough for us.
Okay, Yulia, you want to roll a straight D10, a 6 + 4, a 5 + 5, or a 4 and a 3 and a 3?
Oh, let's go 5 and 5.
Okay. You got a 3.
Man,
Yeah,
that's
that's
better
right.
than I did.
By 1.
Yeah, we rolled the same
Corvus
thing.
got
It
a
was
10.
It was not as, yeah, probability-wise, it was weird to roll the same thing. So at least one person that didn't fuck up completely.
Who are those 3 people?
So, what the? Oh, you silly thing. You silly thing. Marker token, darn it. Oh. Yes, nameplate. Update. So, the lot of you try to sneak up on this group, and
fail miserably.
you find yourselves in a chamber flickering with light and torchlight. Except as you get closer and closer, the light seems to be emanating from a well that is down here. A greenish flickering light that illuminates the room. And in that room, there are a collection of figures in robes. Dark black robes lined with blue at their edges. And they're all chanting in some weird amalgam of tongues. There's, for a brief moment, there's some Germanic in there. there's Latin, and there's a third language that none of you know, and none of you really could know, honestly. It's a language long dead at this point.
Etruscan.
Some people speak Etruscan still. And
Yeah, fair.
in that room is the lady you met before at the Temple of Mercury, dressed in fine robes of Rome. She's turning to look at 3 of the interlopers, whereas Corvus has managed to stay just far back enough that the light isn't catching him in the face. But Calypso, Yulia, and Tiberius, you've all approached a little. You underestimate how far that light actually reached, and it's you can, as you feel the green light flicker, your eyes ache for a split second, like you were in the middle of the dark, and then someone waved a torch in your eyes. But it's like so you know you've been lit up. You just got way too close.
Okay.
Other in the room is of course Tarsus the Breaker, the massive man with muscles with unnatural bulge and heft, and
he has an unnatural bulge.
Grief, man.
he turns to look in your direction along with the lady. But at the other, the one figure that's unfamiliar to you, but his clothes are not, is an elderly statesman of a Roman man who is dressed in a fine Roman toga. He's actually dressed as if he was about to head into Senate. You can see that nice little stripe of purple along his robe. As he is watching the scene before him.
I'm guessing that's the custodian of the roads.
Possibly.
The robed figures look not up from their chanting. Your approach does not seem to disturb them in any way. However, the 3 others do. For the lady, she nods in her greeting, rather calmly, although she peers warily at you. The giant of a man, Tarsus, kind of grins, bearing some teeth that look shockingly white.
Okay.
As if he washes them in Spanish piss.
Dumb question, Jim. But do I recognize the guy in the purple trimmed robe?
That would be Decientia.
I am a patrician.
Okay. Politics.
Yep.
Yay. That's
So it's
good.
gonna be a 19. Let's see what your options are for rolls. Okay, 12 plus 4 plus 3, 10 plus 6 plus 3, 8 plus 8 plus 3, or 8 plus 6 plus 5.
Let's go 8, 8, and 3.
8, 8, 3. 16. Very good.
Not bad. I will take it.
I have too many things open. There we go. 16, you say? The threshold was... this. He's not that unknown. Yeah. You recognize the Senator Dominitan Rutulius Albus.
Okay.
He is... you actually saw him quite a bit when you were younger and dealing with matters of government. I mean, you're not in the Curse of Arnorum yourself, but because of you trying to save your family from its financial ruin, you became familiar with the Senate. You kind of had to. You needed to know which way the Emperor's advisory was blowing before. Yeah. And this man was rather prominent. He was a somewhat more radical faction who believed in this case the radical faction of reopening the expansion of the Empire, because when the Cohort Auxiliary Arcana was founded, the emperors since then have decided not to halt the Roman expansion across the known world and the unknown world, simply because the dangers within were so great that they needed to dedicate that much resources. Otherwise, the empire was doomed. And with enough, and because of the successes of your predecessors and of divine interpretations and auguries that the emperors enjoyed, they learned too that that was something important. The radicals want to bring that back. These reactionaries. He was one of them. He was a very loud voice. And then about 2 years ago, you were still in training at the cohort with the Arcana, but you had heard that Dominion Rutilius Albus had been involved in a rather severe financial scandal, where he supposedly embezzled a silly amount of money, like just silly amount. And it was whispered that he was going to get executed, he was going to get crucified, all his assets were going to be seized. It was a whole thing, and but as very few people do, that's not what happened. Most people think that's what happened because he stopped showing up to Senate. One day he was there, there was the accusations, and then he was gone. So people just assumed that something happened to him. Or maybe the emperor tossed him into the sea. Who knows? Like, it was a lot of money. It was worth getting mad about. But that that's not what happened. Behind closed doors, among patricians, there's the truth of it was that he has enough influence and enough connections that to kill him could spark a civil war. So rather than risk that, the emperor might deal with it anyway, and to hell with it, civil war it is. Just to purge the enemy, but they decided against it, and instead promoted him to relieve him of his stresses, to be a curator civilitas, a civil curator, to watch a otherwise prestigious bit of road, but it's exiled by other means.
Here, enjoy this pushy posting where you are fully removed from all of the levers of power.
Yeah, this is the sort of job that'd be really good for a quaestor, or something like that. Like, it's like, this is cool if you're young. This is a great post. It means the emperor likes you. This is not great when you have ambitions for consulship.
If you have the ambition for consul, this is kind of a way of saying your political career is over.
Yeah.
This is the guy that Juba was commissioned to get these obsidian plaques for, and the scalpel of Ceres and whatnot.
Yeah.
Which is how he can afford to pay so much money, because he's from an old patrician family. So, not one of the patrician families.
And he embezzled a bunch of money.
Yeah. Exile does not impoverish a man. But there he stands, and he looks over. Is that Julia Rufina I spy in the dark? Young lady. Greetings. He walks around this circle as they're chanting, not really minding.
Want to put an arrow in the sky.
It's been a while.
It has been far too long. How is your husband?
Dead.
Surely by some manner of honor, I am sure.
So, given that the scandal went down during my training, Shouldn't he know?
He might
I
not.
wouldn't
He
keep
may
up
not
with
be
these
tuned
people.
into you.
Fair. But a scion of the House of Yulia. Like,
Well, you are a woman,
fair.
and he is one of those old guys, as it were, who thinks maybe things shouldn't have been changed.
That's fair.
Surely your father-in-law must have done all the financing stuff, and you just kind of helped him.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It is auspicious to find you in such a location.
Well, I do have to ask you to forgive me, young lady, but demands of ambition drive one to go even in dark and dirty places. Once this is all finished up, I'll entertain you up in the estate upstairs. Though I do decry your he finally actually looks at Calypso and Tiberius. Your entourage. He stares at Tiberius a half beat. No. Can it be so? Are you Tiberius Mauritanius?
And what if I am?
A Praetorian. Oh, what a joy. Oh, I must shake your hand, sir. What an honor it is to meet someone who served at the Emperor's hand.
I don't shake hands with those who spend the company in their time in the company of fiends.
Oh, come now, not all politicians are that bad, my man.
I serve a different purpose now, that of the Cohors Arcana. The Cohors Arcana tells me not to shake hands with demons.
Demon? Well, that's a bit rude. Besides, you're just an auxiliary. No need to get all puffed up. I mean, you got demoted the same as I.
I volunteered, sir.
You volunteered away from the Praetorian Guard? Come now. It's just us two men. And the
Technically,
Honorable
we-
Yulia Rufina, of course.
Technically, we are still part of the Praetorian Guard.
He has his opinions. They can be as mistaken as he likes.
Like you said it
That's fair.
yourself, sir, Rome is akin to a nest of vipers.
Ah,
I prefer my talents be served here in the field, where I can be useful in eliminating fiends such as him, and I'll nod my head over to Tarsus. Are you listening to me, big man? I shall find my redemption with the gods at the bottom of your spinal cord.
Goodness!
Domitan. I kill him. He points his
This guy's a
massive fist.
centurion? Okay, that tracks.
Yes.
Dominican kind of looks over at him. Does not seem to be alarmed by the threats of violence. Then again, he is a Roman, so. And he served his time. A demonstration of your martial talent and debello would be intriguing, but perhaps an entertainment till after. That way me and the good Yulia Rufina can get comfortable and get the wines out. I'm sure a battle between a Praetorian and a otherwise brigand will be quite a spectacle.
Weigh your words carefully, man, or do you not know whose company you keep? The wine you drink is poisoned, the very area around you tainted, and here you are participating in a profane ritual.
I participate in Demagia, which is perfectly legal.
Not if it follows a prohibited tradition.
Do you have
Or requires
proof?
human sacrifice.
Do you have proof of such, Yulia Rufina? You surely would not accuse a senator and patrician of a high crime without evidence.
We found your tablets.
My tablets? What tablets do you speak of?
Priestess,
The black.
Just hit him over the head with it.
Calypso,
What do you want?
show him the
Show
thing.
him the tablet.
You took the tablet.
Oh, right, you did it, Yulia.
I'll show him the tablet then. Sorry, I forgot.
But as a child of Apollo, I forbid someone implying that I would lie.
Is someone speaking? Dominiton says as he walks over to Yulia.
I show him the tablet.
What a terrible thing for you to carry. Why would you be walking around with such a thing?
We did not want a innocent coming upon it and being harmed.
Did this Macedonian trick you into carrying it? He finally looks at you, Calypso.
No.
I'll step over to him slightly, like kind of, get all up in his face. You will treat the priestess of Apollo with the respect she deserves.
They lost the war. I'll do what I like, Praetorian.
They are Romans, just like us.
I suppose they are. You're right. The Emperor has thus decreed, and I do not violate the law. And he steps back, waving his hand dismissively. By the way, that's been a rule for a while.
Are these people still chanting? Is the ceremony still going on?
Oh yeah, it is.
Maybe we ought to interrupt that.
Yeah.
Well, yes, I'll give a step forward. End this ritual. Now, we must ascertain what happened here.
You are free to ascertain what you like. But I remind you, Praetorian, I am a patrician. And this is my assigned facility.
And I serve the cohort's Arcana, not the wills of some patrician. And I'll take up my axe in my hand.
He smirks. So the Emperor wishes civil war, then?
Stand aside, sir, lest you wish to catch an axe in your neck as well.
Ah. So the law matters not to you. Very well, I suppose it is all for naught. Yulia Rufina, I request your assistance in detaining this ruffian from his assault on a honored patrician.
I decline. It is in the interest of the cohort auxiliary Arcana to stop this ritual and remove the blight from this land.
And you will forgive me, sir, but I believe it was Pompey who said that you should stop quoting laws at us who carry swords. And
Jesus.
I'll come over to one of these and try and shake him out of it.
And
I
we enter
necessarily agree with that one.
No.
I don't necessarily agree with that statement.
Pompey was right. In this case, he was right.
Oh, I have the wrong music going. My bad. I have to put this one in the library. Where is it? There it is. Boop.
Oh, sorry, wrong game.
As you go to move one of the zealots, that's when Tarsus the Breaker moves, and there is a rush of air as he is standing in one place and he's suddenly in another.
That was unexpected.
Dominican intends to go back.
Unexpected. I've been warning you that he moves like a deer for the entire day.
Well, yeah, but there's a deer and then there's teleportation.
How about a teleporting deer?
Ah!
Oh dear.
A question, GM. Could I also? I don't know how many people I can engage at once. Is 3 the max?
Let's find out together, because yeah, you break. Because usually the rule is the side with more people decides who gets engaged. They can't
I
engage
break
Corvus
the
because they don't know he's there. So he's basically backlined for free for now. He gets Corvus basically gets an opening volley unless he wants to stay out of the fight. Then he can't be attacked. They don't know he's there. But I presume you're jumping in an opening volley. But you get to see who's engaging who first. Actually, no. You're opening volley. You get the fire before
What
anything
happens
happens. You know that Tarsus is is already rushing around like this, and Dominican's starting to move back behind him.
Right. So, tell me about the well.
Given the speed of the situation, I will ask you for sensibilitas, but I'll give you +1 to your roll because you've had time to sit there and not be bothered.
Right. Trying to decide what's the best way to actually fuck up the ritual.
Oh, that's the magia, sorry.
Okay. Well, that's terrible.
Different goal.
Same with you. I
Do what?
assume that if you were to prevent one of them from engaging in it, that would be effective. But that's an assumption.
Yeah, I can't tell if, like, if Domitian is essential to it, so maybe I should shoot him, or if I should try and start taking down these chanters to break the chant, or if I should, like, jump into the well. I don't know. Let's see if I can learn anything from Demacia.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Depends. If it's a low difficulty, maybe. I got 7.
No, it's too alien a ritual.
Okay.
If this were with that roll, if this was any known divine ritual that you've been taught, you'd know it. You would recognize that it's clairvoyance or favor of the gods or precognition or something. It's not one of those.
Okay. Okay. So I know that Tarsus is a major threat. I mean, is gunning down Albus really illegal at this point?
As long as you can prove that he's actually participating in forbidden acts, otherwise you're murdering a Roman citizen. Worse, you're murdering a patrician.
Yeah.
So it's one of those you better be right.
Yeah.
Fair
And
enough.
right beyond reproach.
Because
Beyond reproach or doubt, I'm guessing.
Because the Emperor's shield gives your diploma weight, but there's only so much he's willing to risk. If he ticks off too many people and flouts the law too much, he can face a revolt of the Senate.
Fair enough. All right, let's try to put an arrow in Tarsus the Breaker's face then, as he's moving around.
All right. In these close quarters, I think this is a short-range shot.
Okay. That doesn't affect the roll or anything, I don't think.
It affects the difficulty. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your difficulty is, I was looking at it a second ago, 3.
Okay. 11.
Uh, 11, you say?
I do.
You find that your attack, although the difficulty should be 3, you find it's actually 6 because he's moving with such alacrity. Like 1 minute you're shooting at, and then the half second you take to get ready to attack him, he's already crossed. He's already blurred closer and closer to your team, so you have to very quickly. But you're still moving fast enough. Like no, you have enough of a drop. He doesn't know to dodge you that you're like and track. It's like fire. It's like shooting an attack at. What are you attacking with? Sorry.
My Arcus, the bow, the short bow.
So yeah, you're tracking. It's like tracking your bow against like a panther or a tiger. They're fast, but if you know to adjust.
Right.
For it. So all the same, you do hit him for a damage multiplier of 2.
Okay, so I multiply the damage number by that, right?
Right.
Okay, so that's 12.
And then you roll how much damage.
Yeah. Okay. Eight. Not great.
Better than
Not great, not terrible.
miss.
Shunk! It goes into his shoulder muscle, and you see as he's moving, he roars. The room fills with his voice. You see blood trickle, but even as he flexes his arm as he's running, you see the shaft snap where it is.
Yeah, well, I
Okay.
figured this guy was tough.
Just from flexing his arm, Jesus, the dude must have a bicep. A real
Well-
serious bicep.
Well, he has an unnatural bulge.
Dude.
Oh, he'll never live this down.
Duh. So some of the zealots are going to rush out to engage people, but we need to figure out how many Tiberius can engage on his own, because he has special training as a fighter. He can fight more than one.
Because I just want to get the one off Calypso if possible.
I want to protect him from my knife.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, protect him, yeah.
From my incredible knife skills.
Actually, like, if she wanted to, I think Rufina would have gotten a volley because she does have a plumbata.
She was
I do.
but they weren't surprised by her at all. They could see, they would see her
Yeah.
reaching for a weapon and doing
Okay.
something.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Plus, and also Tiberius, when brandishing his axe, kind of gave away that you guys intended
That's a fair point.
martial intent. Combat technically would have started earlier, but the Dominican at that point was like, "I'm okay. I can talk my way out of this. I'm not going to start a fight yet." It's like, no, you're getting into a fight. You can't really. Unfortunately for you, sir, these people have stuff on them that makes them suspicious of you. So.
Is the
We have
well?
good
Is the
reason to
well
be
just like?
suspicious.
Is the well flush with the floor? Or does it have like a stone?
It has like a stone lip that reaches up. Yeah, like a circle.
Okay.
It would normally have like that bucket and rope, but that's been removed.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
And green glowing, flickering light is coming from its depths.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not ominous or anything.
Choose your office, 36. As for how many people you can be engaged by, it is as many as it makes sense to the Demiurge. You can, if you're by yourself and you get mobbed, you're in a lot of trouble. So you're kind of doing this to yourself on purpose. You're purposely pulling people to you. The question I'm trying to answer is, how many can you pull? Which it may be as many as you like.
I'm just trying to get some off Calypso because she is a squishy little bean.
Yeah.
Yeah, only took 2 damage so far.
And
Which
we
is
want to keep it,
like a sixth of my HP.
which is why we want.
Oh, so here's the other thing about being outnumbered, just so people know. For each combatant after the first, they add the result of the previous person as bonus dice points to their roll.
Yikes. Got it. Scary.
Yeah, somewhat scary.
But,
What are the cultists armed with?
they are armed with your mama. No, they're armed with,
Mom, no!
They are armed with their bare hands, it seems.
Okay. In that case, I don't know. Can I pull this one off Calypso, and then we'll see how many others you are looking to spread out everywhere else?
Well, if you pull this one will go forward.
Well, you're gonna have some on you. Sorry, girly. You're gonna have to make
It's
it.
fine. It's fine.
You can always try and
they will
disengage.
feel the wrath of my knife.
Remember, it's just like getting a fish.
And what's the pointy end?
Wait, why am I looking? I can look it on your sheet because you wrote it down on there. What am I doing? Making this hard on myself for no reason.
Wish I could
I
attack
don't.
them with medicine.
What are you doing?
Don't you? You don't. Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, combat skill says a hero's duty. That's
Hero's
all
duty,
that I
thank
wrote down.
Duty.
Well, tonight's really a night, isn't it?
During combat at the beginning of each Tempest, the fighter can voluntarily engage one opponent in excess of the number of opponents that usually can be engaged. Oh, so you can only grab one extra person anyway.
Okay, so I'm capped now at 3. Yeah.
And the other part of it is you always decide who you fight. So Tarsus may want to fight you. You can choose to go, no, I'm not engaging you. You have to choose a different target. Or you have to be a backline because everyone else is already... Actually, no, he outnumbers, so he'll probably move on to somebody else.
Yeah, no, I will engage Tarsus because the bare-fisted cultists so far do not represent too much of a threat, so far.
We may regret that.
We may indeed.
Yeah. They, as those 3 move to... well, actually, 3 of them move to... One goes after Corbus in the dark. One charges at Calypso. One charges at Yulia Rafina. One that was going to charge at Calypso gets pulled by Tiberius into fighting. Tarsus is fighting Tiberius. Dominiton and Cassia are staying back and away from the fighting. The group of... And actually, as the others start rushing to mob you, Cassia says to them, unto your number, keep the geometries as they are, for all as it should be. The 4th amalgam. And then they form into a new shape around the well and begin to continue their chanting.
Can I still choose to drag this guy in the bottom left corner into combat with me?
You can only pull one extra person.
Well, yeah, him, right? Because these 4...
No, you
what about
pulled
this guy?
guy away.
Do you want this guy to go back to Calypso?
Oh, I pulled this guy. Right, okay. Give him to me then.
I mean, if you want Calypso to fight 2 people, I'll let you. I'll let you doom her to that.
It's okay, give him to me. Give him to me.
I'll beat them all.
All right.
Those cultists can find out what happens when you try and punch segmented plate.
Okay, so we figured out who's engaging who. I will note that, because you get to know what the back rows do, none of these people are participating in attacking you. Neither Cassia nor Dominiton are attacking you, but they are shouting out orders to people.
Okay.
So they are in the combat, but they're not attacking they're not doing volleys or martial attacks. They're participating in other means.
Gotcha.
Which, hey, that means less arrows going your way. That's nice. So, order of action. Debello. All combatants row Debello as they are opposing their fights.
Okay.
Do any specialty supply for this, or just straight up Debella?
What Debella do you have that helps you with this? What specialty?
I don't know. I have for my weapons mostly, but that's it.
Which weapon are you using?
I'm using an axe.
Do you
I have the axes and maces specialty. Yes.
Yep. Then you benefit from it.
Okay.
Wait, is it
Huzzah.
yellow for initiative now, or what?
No, there's no initiative. Everything happens at the exact same time.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
they're unarmed. I know there's some sort of something around unarmed attacking an armed, but I don't know.
They have to use their corpus.
They have to use the corpore.
Oh, damage multiplier
Yeah.
of a successful unarmed is always reduced by 1. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Um,
What are you guys doing?
also, Corvus and Tiberius, if either of you roll low, let me know. I have an ability that can help.
I rolled somewhat low, but there's a chance that I might roll even lower if you give me your ability.
Well, we have to see what they roll too.
Right.
That's
if
true.
we can use it post partum, as it were.
Oh, I know what I'm looking for. I already know what their dice are.
Ah.
Their dice are easy.
We can, as long as it's within the same tempest. The catch
Yeah.
is you have to keep the second roll. Is
Okay.
catch on. Right. I need to do that.
I'd
next.
love to use Mars Victor on this one, but he doesn't really like me.
Yeah.
You gotta defeat the big guy and take his head somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Then he will like you again.
Take his head to-
I will pull out his head, his spinal cord, his stomach, everything. Oh, his stomach, so you could read omens from it.
Oh yeah,
That's his
that
liver,
would be
isn't it?
cool, but the gods hate me so much that I would need to wait a little bit to do that again.
So wouldn't that be forbidden? Like human sacrifice?
Haruspicy is
It's
not
not a
forbidden.
human
No.
sacrifice.
Oh. Huh.
It's reading
Okay.
from entrails.
Because you're not sacrificing the person; they're already dead.
Fair.
Whether that's desecration of a corpse, you know,
That's
this guy
that's a different
wasn't-
crime.
This guy wasn't really in favor with the gods anyway, considering his bodily mutations.
And the Romans were a bit less concerned about that stuff.
Tarsus rolls 11.
Okay, I will need a reroll if possible,
Oops. Sorry.
because Tarsus
Yeah.
is rolling 30. Jesus.
Yikes. Yeah, so I'll give you the reroll for Mercury Negotiator. I think it's the title.
Thank you very much.
Or sorry.
Yeah.
What is the title of
That's
the
better.
ability for my one for Tempest?
Call to arms.
That's the one. Thank you.
Once
Mercury
per-
Negotiator is the one that requires
Yeah.
piety.
Okay, and now for the cultists who are kind of not good for this. So, what's your average die? That's how good it is. How's your corpore? It's okay.
The Corpore is not fantastic, but that's good for us.
And we'll clockwise away from Tiberius. Actually, so first off, the one on Tiberius. It's 8.
And explodes.
And fate does intervene for this man.
That's not good.
Not quite enough though.
14. No, yeah, I know. You need to roll for that zealot because you do separate rolls for different targets attacking you.
Oh, for him as well. Okay.
Oh, and I'm sorry. That zealot gets I have to do his dice roll again. Anyway, so that explosion goes away because he would have benefited from Tarsus's roll.
Right.
So, not that.
No, they have an 8. They're not terrible, particularly when your fate can kick in on a couple D4s.
Yeah.
8
Not off.
plus 19.
I should just drop the knife.
So,
Just makes it worse.
same result either way. Oh,
Okay.
they got way more than you.
That guy got way more than me, but Tarsus did not.
That's true. Moving on to the zealot on Yulia. 6. The one on Calypso. 2. The one on Corvus. 3. So,
Yay.
resolving. Tarsus, how'd that fight go? You beat him by...
No, you didn't.
You beat him by... You did beat him,
I
right?
beat him by 4, yes.
Yes. I mean, you can choose not to beat him if you want. I mean, I won't fight you on it.
No.
You beat him by 4, you say?
Yeah.
That's times 2, sir.
So
Nice.
rolling
Yay.
22 dice.
He's just axing for trouble.
Nah, you're fine.
He takes
Corvus-
12 damage.
Lightning strikes to the earth and kills you. Sorry, what was
Diana
the
of the
question,
puns.
What was the question, Tiberius?
He takes 12 damage.
12? Ew. Still, he stands as you chop into him, and any natural human, you savaged muscle and crudted a bone pretty hard. He is bleeding profusely, and he roars in your face. You've never hit someone that clean and had them stand up after.
Well, first time for everything, I suppose.
Meanwhile, the zealot behind you, as you're distracted, bafts you on the back of the head.
Yeah, so he beat me by 5.
Hey, times 2.
I guess down by 1.
Negated by 1.
Yeah, it's okay. You did a good. Good for you, buddy. You punched him. What's the multiplier on punching somebody? Because what insanity.
Probably by 1, I'm guessing.
Oh, it's not on my cheat sheet list. Ooh, means I have to.
Oh.
I think it's because no one does it.
Unarmed combat. 1, 2, 3, and not 3, but 4. Unarmed are considered to have damage rating of 3. No difficulty, because no kidding. Everyone can punch. Oh, conversely, armed opponents fighting against unarmed ones see their damage multiplier increased by 1.
Ooh, that's good to know.
Yep. So, Tiberius. Dunk.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, I have to roll. I apologize.
Yes, you do.
2. Dunk.
Bounces off my segmented plate armor. Wait, do I have to roll it? Because protection rolls just kick in automatically?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Or...
No, protection flat pulls the number down.
Then that's
Nice.
makes it a 0.
Very nice.
Yulia, I got a 6 off of you. Did you beat me? Actually, I should ask Corvus that.
I don't think she
Yeah.
rolled, right?
Didn't I? I should have. Rolled for the fellow
Oh.
using my gladius.
I may not have. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I dropped the ball there. 15.
Okay, some balls need to drop.
Okay, there are a bunch of choices here. Do you want me to read them out, or
Sure.
12 plus 3, 10 plus 5, 8 plus 4 plus 3, 6 plus 6 plus 3, 6 plus 5 plus 4, 5 plus 5 plus 5.
Let's go 5, 5, and 5.
All right. You got
Is
5.
that a good laugh or a bad one?
You got
Holy
5.
Repeating
One
digits,
too
baby.
low. It's 1 too low. He beats you by 1.
That's annoying.
Oh, that's
well.
fine. You won't take too much damage. Do you have any
She
armor?
does have
Yeah.
she does have a shield,
I do.
which is
And I also have armor.
so that's
Um.
added to your result. Since you're the defender, so parry 1, so that brings it up to 6.
Okay. Who wins twice? Attacker or defender?
You need to have a degree of success. Oh, yeah, that's a question.
Yeah, if it's equal to 0 or less, the attack was blocked by the defender. Skip to the next tempest.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there you go.
Cool. So net neutral. I'll take it.
So there's a struggle between you and this zealot he's trying to punch, he's trying to grab at you. And you're just kind of battering him away, like, no, stop, get away, stop. Let me stab you, damn it, stop. And then there's the zealot on Calypso. I rolled 2.
I had 4.
Hey! You get to do damage. It's times 1 damage. Sorry, times 2 damage. I apologize. You're
Times
armed.
2 because I have a knife. So I'm just rolling basically double the number.
Of the damage of the knife, yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Stab,
If you have
stab,
a
stab,
dagger,
stab,
that's a 6. Yeah, there you go.
That's 4.
4, you
That's
say?
that's the most mediocre roll that I will have done at any point in time tonight.
Okay, that's how much HP you guys have. So. Stab. You get a good stab into him. But you kind of stab him like in his upper arm, and he wails in pain. But his eyes still burn with determination to kill you.
Yeah, mine don't.
Then there's the zealot on Corvus who rolled 3.
And I rolled a 10.
Lord. That's a modifier of times 4, I think, right?
That is, you beat him by 7, would be times 3, it's up to times 4.
Okay.
Nice. Very nice.
So, having been in the legions one way or another since the age of 13, as the well-worn and comfortable pommel of his gladius slides into his hand, Corvus sets about doing what the Roman legions do so terribly well. 6 times 4 is 24. Oops,
Murder
I have to use a
people.
whole different roller. Yeah, just that upward stab into the groin and intestines. Yeah.
Yeah.
I should add that too.
Let's just do that one. Not great. 10.
Stab, and he tries to continue fighting at you, and then the thing is, the air just kind of escapes him, and he goes limp on your weapon and folds to the ground. No matter how determined you are, when your body decides to stop working, there's not a whole lot you can do about it, so thud.
Yeah.
Romo Witrix.
As he dies, the well glows brighter.
Oh, crud. That's not good.
These things feed off of human sacrifice to this whole area.
You notice a glowing and pulsing of light coming away from the well. The area indicated the 4 zealots that are praying and chanting suddenly surge in muscle and stature. Their clothes start tearing away from the strain, leaving them to their small clothes, and they look like lesser versions of Tarsus.
Son, you've got a condition.
And that area around them
We
is
made a mistake.
that area around them is bright. It is not flickering anymore where they are.
It's not good.
Oop.
It's very not good.
What do you think? Seal the well or break whatever it is down there?
Break it. But that side Calypso probably knows more.
The Lady of Rome begins saying something as she stares in awe at the sight before her. And she starts backing up a little bit, and her back kind of bumps into the wall. And she kind of drops a tablet she was kind of holding in her hand. Like a clay tablet, not one of the cursed ones. Just something to write on. Or probably where she's quoting her damn things from.
Yeah.
Tears start to stream from her eyes as she just stares at what she's watching.
Do they appear to be happy tears?
They better not.
For her sake, they better not be. Find out what she says at this point, because I had the line, but for some reason I thought she'd be dead by now.
Yep. Killing him just advances the ritual, yells Corvus.
Yeah, we got that.
Okay, but I'm killing the big guy. He's too dangerous to be left alive.
I think we have 4 more big guys soon.
4 more like him, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ah, there we go.
Okay.
I mean, I could pull them into combat before they get buffed around the well. Maybe.
No, because I think you can't.
She says, as tears stream from her eyes, "The soul breaks like glass. How sharp, how silent, how inevitable. Line from a banned tragedy. Dominatorum, no." And she's just panicking completely. It's like she wants to get away from this, but there's a wall in her way, so she's basically just scrabbling as if there's only one way to flee, and that's straight backward, which unfortunately there's wall and earth behind her.
Apparently you don't want to cross that line.
She brought that upon herself.
Well,
Dominiton, on his part,
I mean,
says, Look in despair, for the Emperor shall wilt before my superior magic. What fools you are! What idiots! Look! And he just marveling at the sight of this unholy ritual happening before his eyes. And his insanity.
Wish I had a camcorder so I could record him saying that, so I can ask him a question, you know?
yeah.
Is there something like an auger connection where I can stream that to the nearest temple or something? Oh shit, the nearest temple went down.
In a new Tempest, we decide who's fighting who. You are outnumbered. Tarsus the Breaker will move to engage Corvus. Actually, he can't. He's engaged. Wait, no,
Tarsus
you
is
are.
staying with me.
Yeah, he can't move away. He's already engaged you, so he can't unengage now.
If he wants an attack of opportunity, just say so.
This one will go after Corvus. And
You got this, buddy.
they adjust their shape as they continue their chant.
Think I can pull another one from the well onto me?
You still
Is
have
that
2
possible?
people.
Oh, so can't. Okay.
You have to get rid of at least one of them.
Oh no. Shall we?
Shall we? All right. The bellow all around, folks.
Yeah. Can you roll for me, there,
Yep.
Emsley? Thank you.
You want the same combo or something different?
Same one. Same one works. Especially given the way the dice are rolling tonight.
9.
I mean, it's better than 5.
Yeah. Sorry.
Not your fault.
Guys, I managed to roll a 3.
Tarsus.
Yeah, you
Okay.
did. Ooh, I beat Tarsus by 1. Hell yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
I'll roll for the cultist now as well. Hang
The
on.
zealot. Who?
Ugh, I managed to roll a 5.
Ouch.
Oh wow, which zealot was this?
The one that's fighting with Tarsus.
Oh dear, he's been upgraded.
It's because Tarsus is distracting you heavily, so he gets a better roll.
Oakley dokley, he beats me by 11.
Yikes.
The zealot on Yulia.
I'll
Fate
use
intervenes.
Hold on.
8 and 4 makes it 12.
Owie zowie.
The zealot on Calypso. 5. The zealot on Corvus. 6.
Does Yulia still have her skill?
Oh yeah,
Or
I
is it
can
just
do
the
that
one-
once per Tempest.
Oh, could you give me that so I can re-roll my roll against the zealot so I don't get punched into oblivion?
Sure.
Thank you. Christ almighty. That's worse, but okay.
Darn.
All right, going around the clock. Tarsus. Anyway, don't know where that was from.
I beat him by 1.
You beat him by 1, so you roll your base damage.
Actually,
Nice.
did I beat him by 1? Sorry, my skill? Oh no, I did. My skill isn't taken into account here, right?
No. That affects how well you hit, but doesn't affect your damage.
Okay, rolling 11.
Oh, that's a crazy axe.
Here's 6 more damage.
Nice.
I have to
Probably
check
won't do jack to
something.
him. He's armored to hell as well, probably.
Ba-ba, ba-ba-ba. Oh.
But it's always worse if he hits me, so I'm glad to be winning that fight at least.
Oh.
Yes.
I need to check something. Because a new Tempest happened. Oh, well, it did much better. So, as you move to hit him with your axe, and he's swinging at you with his hands, and at first you think, you were too busy assured that you were going to kill him the first time, so you weren't thinking about it too hard. But he's basically fighting you unarmed, but you, with keen eye, see that there's a glint of steel at his fingertips, and you move out of the way as he swings his hands at you.
Oh.
And as you move to hit him again, you see the wound you created starting to heal over. Unfortunately
not
for
that
him,
much.
it didn't heal fast enough. Shunk. Thud.
Ha!
Yeah.
Oh no! Watch out for the green!
Mars! Witness me, Mars!
I dedicate this death to Mars, God of War! La 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 la!
The
Hurry,
circle
Mars, get him.
glows even brighter.
Yeah, I was afraid of
Of
that.
course it does.
Alright, bitches, let's go. The big guy's down, we can move it now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
No! No! Gods preserve me! Save me! Casita screams in terror, and the light
Too late.
Consumes her utterly.
Oh,
Oh god. Does it grow even brighter?
That's not good.
It glows even brighter.
Oh.
Oh, the domino effect, let's go!
Oh boy.
Ooh, look at
This
that.
is not good.
Standing in the danger zone, almost.
Dominiton cackles and laughs, and he begins chanting and chanting. And
I
then
knew I should have
he
shot him.
pulls. He will be doing something, but we'll get back to him because this is all
Pull
happening.
out a scalpel.
The zealots that were closer to the well grow to the size of Tarsus.
Oh no.
Oh, shoot.
We are so fucked.
Oh, Mars will favor me for this one.
Assuming you live.
Tarsus's body is still there. That's important to note.
Remember, guys, always double tap.
Has everyone been resolved? Oh, we will resolve. You notice as you guys are attacking them that these people will be powered up after this Tempest. I just powered these guys up right now
Okay.
because they're not. I know they're not going to be stopped, so I just powered them up now. But these guys, you might be able to kill them before the transformation takes hold. You see them transforming as they're fighting you, but you may be
Yikes.
fast enough
Got
to
it.
stop them. So the Zealot that was on Tiberius, roll 18. 18? No. No. Was it? Yes, it was because he got helped by Tarsus' attack. You got 18. You rolled 6, I think, with your reroll.
6. Yeah, he beats me by 12.
Beats you by 12.
Yikes.
It's a times 3 in this case.
Times 3 in this case. So roll 3d3.
I take 1 damage.
I think that explodes.
Oh, does it? Does damage explode?
We had that the last time. My damage exploded.
If fate can intervene with you, damage intervenes as well. It's a dice. It's any dice roll.
In that case, hit me more.
Oh goodness!
That's okay, I take 9 damage. How do I mark this on my sheet?
With skill and accuracy. Well,
There should be little boxes that you can click.
I have some, ticked. I have some ticked for the encumbrance. 17 boxes ticked for encumbrance. So how do I add on to that?
so
Or-
normally, if this was a
Probably
sheet,
take the other direction.
The other ones.
yeah,
I'm taking the other ones. Okay. Owie zowie.
And if you meet up with your encumbrance, I think you become fatigued.
Have I?
I think you go from the other direction.
Oh no, I haven't yet.
You go max down.
yeah, you go max down with your encumbrance, because you can meet your encumbrance eventually.
Yeah.
I'm still fine.
So yeah, he gets a good. He just finds that little spot of armor between the helmet and the like at your neck, and just punch. Oh god, that hurt. Like Tarsus was just that. Dealing with Tarsus just drew all your attention, and you were not ready to turn and deal with this guy in time. And unfortunately, he grows in size, the size of Tarsus. Thankfully, after hitting you.
Oh yeah.
That's good.
The one hitting Yulia rolled 12.
Beat me by 3. Yeah. So I think that's times 2, but then minus 1 because unarmed versus armed.
If you beat you by 3, then it's just times 1. I think it's still minimum.
okay.
Is it no damage at that point, or is it a minimum
I
times
have no
1?
idea.
I know you always deal some damage, right? It's just,
I have
If
no clue how.
yeah, it doesn't have anything for damage multiplier times 0 or anything, so
Okay.
it's just times 1. Oh, 1d3.
you
One
take no
dunk.
damage.
Nice.
Keep rolling like that, please.
Yeah. I think
Oh.
my armor takes care of it.
And they begin to
So I
grow
don't think
into
I
a
can
lesser.
max all damage.
They begin growing into a lesser Tarsus as the light begins washing over their body.
Yikes.
Calypso. I
He
rolled
beat me by
5 for
2.
you.
Yeah, beat me by 2. So it's still the first category.
1 damage.
Bonk.
Turns into a lesser Tarsus.
I don't like that.
And the one that was fighting Corvus, despite having better dice, rolls 6.
Okay.
How much did Corvus get? 5? Am I seeing this right? Or no.
Yeah.
It's zero. It winds up being 0 or less with my shield, so it's a wash.
Excellent.
Okay.
But he does power up, I think.
No, he's not within the greater light.
Ah,
Gotcha.
Cycles back to Diminutin Brutilius Albus, who, as the light washes over him, his eyes glow green, and streaks of green fire begin seeping out from his tear ducts. His fingertips begin flickering with light. His robes, once white and lined with purple, suddenly turn black and full of stars. And you can see the green design starting to crisscross over. You think at first it's across his toga, it's actually across his skin, as if he's being tattooed in real time.
Okay.
Okay.
That seems bad.
And he begins chanting in a language long dead.
you can probably engage him though on this Tempest Tiberius because you've
I
only
should
got one
hope so.
person on you. Yeah.
I should hope so. Yes.
Yeah, you have one less person on you, so you can
Albus, get over here.
So at the fall of Tarsus, you're able to hop over his body. The zealot, after you, charging at your back, swinging at you wildly, and you're able to find that gap in the fight where you're able to dash across like that. All right. Roll your debello, folks.
I'm
Okay.
still
These three are
scrolling
still
up
staying.
to see what it is.
These three are still staying in there. Okay, cool. Thanks.
Okay,
Wow.
Julia.
Can you roll D12 and D3 for me this time?
Will do.
Thanks.
Scroll down so I can see it.
Gonna
You got a 5 again.
hope that I was hoping Fortuna would smile on me.
I even changed the name over, but it still rolled as Corvus. Okay.
That's fine.
And then,
We know it was me, so.
yeah. Well, do that. Yeah, that was better.
So can you do anything quite yet? Sorry, I have to think what the... Actually, I have to think what the big guy's doing. Well, you guys did your roll, so you're just waiting on me.
Yeah.
Well, I need to do one more roll for my cultist.
Yeah, you might as well do that roll now, yeah. I have to look up this guy's new powers. He got them, and I didn't think he was going to.
Roll.
Jesus.
I'm usually a pessimist in my games and prepare for how bad I'm gonna attack people.
Yep. We're getting our asses handed to us pretty well here.
Yeah, I think we took the wrong strategy here.
I might need a reroll for Mr. Albus, depending on how he rolls or what he has. I don't know. Because that 9 is kind of stinky.
I got 5 against one of the mini Tarsuses.
Yeah, but he's a mini Tarsus. So I'm up against Tarsus. A Tarsus-sized Tarsus.
Fair.
Tarsus 2. Electric Boogaloo.
Boogaloo.
Oh, gods, no. Oh, no. What curse you have to be fighting him now of all times. Oh, no.
He'll still die. He will still die. Don't worry.
Oh.
Oh dear.
We need a proof. The proof is in the pudding, aka his hands got green veins or some shit. So you know.
Right, well, yeah, he could roll crap. That's true. You may not. All this I'm worrying about may not happen. I may be worrying about nothing.
Yeah.
That is not how the dice have been rolling for us lately, though.
I rolled a 9, so do your worst, please.
The monster of a zealot behind you will swing.
Rar.
There are. He beats me by
Oh.
6. That's fine. He's still unarmed, so that's a ×1 modifier.
I'm gonna check how friggin' being outnumbered works. I think I'm doing it wrong.
Hopefully.
Trying to find anything about non-lethal damage.
It's in there. I forget what it does
That's
though.
fair.
'Cause
Yeah.
figured you guys were never gonna do it.
This guy's not getting non-lethal. He is getting axed.
Ow, ow, ow. Well, somebody wants to be able to bring him to prison, I think. Not you, obviously.
Well, I'm
Do you
just
wanna
trying to
bring
keep
him?
the thing from expanding is what I'm worried about more than
That
anything
too,
else.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
worth looking
same.
up. Yep.
Can you try and bring him to prison with like one leg less?
I mean, killing him might be the key. I
Oh.
thought from the beginning I should have shot him, but
My bad. Okay. Each combatant after the first adds to the roll results of the previous character. So I don't add their entire number. I roll how much did they beat you by. If they beat you by anything, the other guy gets that bonus. He gets
That makes
+3,
more
+6. I was like, God, that because that zealot earlier who hit you, I was like, man, that seems like a lot of numbers I'm throwing at you. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
That's why.
That's okay. I'll still keep that damage for now. Why not?
Yeah.
But
No,
you're
this
trying
roll's
too
correct.
much.
This first roll is the correct number. It's how much he beat you by. That affects what this guy's doing. So how much were you beat by? Sorry.
He beat me by 6.
6. So I had 6 to what I was doing. Okay.
Gotcha.
Considering that you're unarmed, it's a ×1 modifier, right?
No, he has steel claws now.
Oh, he has still claws now. Fun.
Cool. That's not bad at all.
Not at all. Hey, it could have been ×3, so I'm happy with that.
That's true.
Can still tank some wounds, so I'm okay for now. Unless Corby's dice explode again.
Hopefully they don't.
Plus. Uh, 9 for Dominiton.
9 for Dominiton. Okay, I'll need that reroll. Otherwise, we tie.
Okay.
Come on, dice gods. Give me.
Go ahead. It's all yours.
Oh my god, are you serious? An 8!
Oh, for Pete's sake.
I would have preferred tying. Fuck, where'd my token go?
Whoa, where did you go?
Where
Went
did I?
into the well.
Let's try that
Yeah.
again. I don't even know how you did that. The zealot on Yulia.
Yeah.
4.
Beat me.
No, you
Calypso.
rolled a 5.
Oh, you only rolled
Oh.
4? I beat him then.
Yeah.
12.
Fantastic.
And
I
Corvus.
think
5.
I would like to risk having him reroll.
All
Well,
right.
too late now, because he already did, but...
So Big Man is one that hits you first, Tiberius. He beat you by how much?
Big man beat me by 6.
6. So 6 is a ×2 multiplier. He's swinging for 4 now instead of 3. So not 4, but 8.
Doesn't he get a -1 because... Oh, wait, no, arm versus arm now.
Yep.
He has claws.
5.
Soaks into the segmented plate, yes.
So the claws.
Across
Skinner.
my fine Roman steel, yes.
And did
Yeah.
Dominion to beat you?
By 1.
Oh, no.
Considering this new roll. What an asshole. Time to die.
I hope not.
Look up his ability again. Make sure I'm not cheating you. Okay.
That does not seem good.
He swings his hand out at you, and the flickering tendrils of energy sweep out at you like whips. You bring up your defense as best you can, because what do you do? Your training generally tells you to avoid being touched by magical things as much as possible. Failing that, just get something between you and it and hope that's enough, because it's hard to tell when it comes to forbidden rituals sometimes. Unfortunately, you do find that it does blunt. When it goes through your axe handle as you hold it up to block, but the top bits of the whip kind of keep going and splash onto your armor. 5 wouldn't be enough to do any damage to you. Am I correct?
Yeah, protection is 8.
So it splatters against your armor. You hear it sizzling and burning into your armor. And then
Yikes.
you feel your breath seep away from you.
Okay.
Oh. Good.
And you feel that if this... You feel for a brief moment that if any of that touched you, your actual skin, your actual corpus, you feel the tether of your soul to this world would be far more tenuous than it already is.
Oh, Mars, have I not done enough for you?
I'm glad that
Give me your favor.
So... that's those two. Oh, he started this. So this roll started it. And he rolled that. So that's those two. 4 on Yulia.
She rolled a 5.
Yes. So I beat.
Beat him by 1, so it goes up by 1, so you do times 2.
Hooray.
Oh, wait, no, he's not armed.
Well-
oh, yeah, he is unarmed still. He is lesser Tarsus, so he doesn't have the claws yet.
Right.
Yes. Hooray. Can you roll my damage?
Sure. You got
Let it-
D12, 8 plus 4, 6 plus 6, 6 plus 3 plus 3, or 3d4s.
Let's do 6 and 6.
6 and 6. 10.
Nice. I will take that. So 10 times 2, is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
No. You double the dice value.
yeah, your normal glide ace is 6, so roll 12 instead.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Very good. So 10 damage.
10 damage, you say?
Yes.
Still
You
have
s-
not found the non-lethal.
Yeah, they're just making someone unconscious. Like, it talks about
I mean,
that.
I can find the status of being unconscious.
How do you impose unconscious is the question.
Yeah. Yes, character's unconscious collapses to the ground. That makes total sense.
Wait. Conscious.
Oh,
Dying? Nope.
so what normally happens when you reduce someone to 0 is they go unconscious and then they start dying. These guys, when they drop, are immediately dying when the light touches them. When they're in this room, sorry.
Gotcha.
See, I don't see
we
any
need to pull
rules
them
from-
out of the room, I guess.
Yeah, I don't see any rules for making someone just unconscious.
Yeah, because when you drop someone to 0, you reduce your point to 0. A dying Custos falls to the ground unconscious,
Okay.
and they can die. But yeah, there's no.
Okay.
Normally, when you drop
Okay.
someone, you're just making them unconscious, and you can finish them off or let them bleed out, and they'll die on their own if you don't treat them.
So the
Gotcha.
tactic would theoretically be to disengage and make them chase us.
Yes.
But I don't know that they would do that in this case.
Yeah. Because they probably want to finish up their creepy ritual.
Yeah. But we're only making things more powerful by ganking them.
The person you stabbed
Is
there,
there any,
Yulia, they take the hit. What's your weapon again? Sorry.
Gladiator.
So you stab your Gladius into the guy. It is a good hit. It is everything your teachers taught you to do. It's everything the cohort taught you to do. And human guts only can take so much. And when you withdraw and reset yourself for another Tempest, he's still coming at you. He's still blood coming out of the wound. So you did hit something. You did cause damage, but that should have killed. If he was human, that would have killed him. Or he wasn't supernaturally engaged, I should say. Calypso. I rolled
He beat me,
12,
yeah,
I
he beat me
believe.
by 6. So is it that they lose a damage modifier or that we have one more?
Both.
Okay, so it is still a ×1 then.
Yeah.
Okay, then I will let him do it like that. Because there is options there that can go worse.
Wait, no, that's right. He's still... Oh, explode.
Perfect.
Explode.
Motherfucker!
Explode.
Good God.
Okay, now you're killing
Good lord.
me.
9.
So that's 11, so I
11.
get 6. So what happens when I get over my encumbrance limit on damage?
Well,
You get
don't
fatigued.
you have armor?
Yeah, I have. I already subtracted the 5, so I'm now at 8 out of 13 damage
So
that I can take.
that's not good.
You become fatigued, so you can never roll a number of dice points greater than your current hit points.
Ah, that's not good.
Okay, so that makes it 5.
As you're just weighed down by all your stuff. That was an amazing... That guy just got perfectly lucky. You moved to stab him, and he just moves way too fast, and he just clocks you square in the face. And just... Ugh. Oh, you feel something break in your face. Like, oh, wow, that was way too fast, and that really hurts.
You know, I managed to explode in like once in 3 sessions. You just did it 3 times on a damage roll against me, you bastard.
Yeah, it's a 33% chance. Yeah, that is pretty lucky. The odds of that happening 3 times in a row are slim.
Well,
Corvus.
I rolled a 14.
I believe I rolled a 5.
You have 1 in 27 chance. So
How much you beat me by, sir?
You rolled a 5, I rolled a 14, so 9.
9.
nice.
Times 4.
Very nice.
Yeah, except this is just going to make things worse if I kill him. So 6 times 4 is 24. Let's just do... I like those dice. 9, so probably not going to do anything to him.
You
If
slashed
you
into it.
end
What weapon do you use again? Sorry.
It's a Gladius, whatever.
So you stab into... You get a nice clean shot into his shoulder, and that arm basically stops with its assault. The other arm does not, and he continues his assault. No one died this time, so the chanting continues. And Dominiton says, Tiberius, he's still speaking that, unintelligible tongue. And you can, for a brief moment, you hear whispers at the edges of your thoughts.
Okay, I'm gonna ask myself next in that case.
And then,
Please don't.
as the sizzling stops in your armor, the whisper goes away. It's almost like you could understand him.
That's
New
not creepy at
Tempest.
Okay.
Okay.
So guys,
I will
should I roll?
be disengaging this tempest.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll your De Capore then.
Yeah. Because I'm
Should I
looking
be
around to
rolling-
see if there's like any artifact or anything that I can smash to try and interrupt this ritual.
Should I be
Yeah.
rolling more smaller dice or bigger dice?
You want to roll a D8 or 2D4, Yulia?
D8.
Okay.
I will maximize my chances of having explosion.
And you did have an explosion.
Yay!
Except you're
D8 or
cursed.
2D? Oh, you have to roll the same thing.
Oh, wait,
She
no.
is
Oh.
not cu- she, is,
Right.
she is not cursed underground.
Oh, that's right. Never mind.
Also, the curse was nothing
Uh-oh.
with your. With
Oh, you're
the
right.
Explosion.
You're right.
Oh my god, you
Oh.
blew up again.
Do it again.
Yay!
Okay, so 17 is your total.
Should I
Cool.
roll the Zealot?
I'm gonna need another reroll for you to try and hit this idiot. I'm gonna roll for the zealot now. Jesus
If I'm
Christ.
cursed, I think 15 becomes. Or whatever my current piety becomes my max. If I am still cursed with that curse.
Sweet Lord Zealot, what are you doing? Okay, he didn't beat me by much there at least. That's fine.
Corvus, 1, 2. So- If we're disengaged, can we do something besides just flee? Can we move to a different combatant or something, or what?
Pausing on Dominiton.
Sorry.
You. Okay, so what happens is that if you escape to disengage, you fall out of the fight, for example. You don't do anything that round, but the next round I can't come after you because you've moved away from my fight. You've moved away from the combat. You can't fight me, I can't fight you. But you can still jump back in. It's just that now that you're not being bothered by anybody, you can do something other than fighting.
Okay.
So this
Okay.
turn is completely dedicated
Perfect.
to I want to get away from this guy.
Yeah,
Back to you.
which is good. That's what I want.
Okay, you got a 17, so pretty good.
Yeah. Just cross the first.
I beat you by that many. By that many. Hello, Numlock. Thank you. Wow, what is that roll?
Wow.
For who was that?
Wow, garbage.
That's for Albus?
Yeah, he rolled 7.
Okay, can I have a reroll? The score to beat is 7, surely.
Let's
Surely.
do it.
Okay, surely. Let's go.
Wow, with all that bonus too, I was like, wow, this is so unfair. I'm beating you up. This is oh, come on.
How the fuck?
You know what?
What happened?
I am so fucking. I rolled a 5 again. A 5. I am so fucking.
On the
done, I
plus
swear.
side, he only beat you by 2, so he's probably not going to do a whole lot to you. It's probably going to be a repeat of last round, so there's at least there's that. Of all the times from the roll crap, this was the time to roll crap.
Well, I'm being clobbered by the goddamn dude here in the back.
Yeah. Time to deal with the zealot on Yulia. We got an 8, which is not enough to stop your disengage, so we know you've
Yay.
disengaged. The zealot on Calypso.
Yeah, I'm at a very bad position
7.
because I need to roll my 5.
And Corvus got 12, so resolving a round. Big Boy on campus hit you by 6. So, times 2. 6 damage to Beerus.
Soaked by armor.
That's
Soaked.
good.
Soaked.
Goodbye.
And we do have to check if the damage explodes on Dominiton.
That is true. So he beat
Hopefully
me by
it does
1 or 2, I think, too.
Right. And he beat you by 2, so he just has times 1. 3.
Soaked.
More
Thank God.
sizzling, more whispers. For a brief moment, you hear the whispers calling out to you, reaching across from you with the voice of your family and loved ones. But then the sizzling doesn't last long enough and it doesn't touch you. It's too faint for you to actually hear them. And they're not loud enough for you to not ignore them. So you're able to continue fighting, but you know it's happening. You can tell that's what's he's trying to do some sort of magic on you. What it is, it's hard to tell in the fight.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
This guy tries to chase after Yulia, but Yulia is far too fast.
Yay.
This guy,
I haven't rolled yet, sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, beats me by 3.
Beats you by 3, which thankfully is not a ton, so... But hey, we said that earlier. Oh, God's almighty.
Go fuck yourself. For real?
7.
That's 2 more damage, so I'm now down to 3 dice.
As he's pummeling into you, and you're just getting tired and exhausted, and you're not a fighter. What is this
It's
nonsense?
like I'm really cannot do anything. I can't even disengage from that fight because that's the same roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey Corvus, maybe you should do something other than stand there and fight this person. How's the 12 doing you?
But that was the thing, when you rolled a 12, I hadn't rolled yet, and I could only roll a 12 on my disengage, and I didn't think I could probably blow it up. So I went ahead and did my fighting, and that's 15, so I've got him by 3.
Got him by 3? Alright.
Nice.
You do times 2 because he's in lesser Tarsus mode.
Okay.
That's good.
Let's try this. Only 6 again.
You stab at him at the other shoulder, because apparently you can disable their arms, so that's good. So the other arm stops fighting you. Most people would, be screaming in pain and stuff, because that'd be normal for a person to do.
Hero,
when you're
bite
stabbed.
your ankles.
So he lunges at you with his teeth.
Ah.
Utter animal and madman. Whatever humanity was left in this poor soul has fled him.
Oh dear.
The chanting continues. Dominiton continues ranting at Tiberius in that unintelligible tongue. Tiberius, you don't understand him, which you're getting the feeling that's a good thing.
Thankfully.
We swapped briefly to Yulia Berfina. What are you doing during all this, now that you've disengaged? Actually, no, I have to decide where this guy's going, because he can't fight you anymore.
Yeah.
Calypso, you look like you're about to keel over. So I'll leave you
Absolutely.
alone. I don't have the tactician telling me what to do anymore, so I have to trust myself. I'm gonna go after... You look like you're busy.
No, look, there's a free space right here. You can come here.
So
Yeah,
I'll come
totally.
after this guy.
No.
Yulia Rafina.
I'm gonna look around to see like if there's any writing on the ground or anything that looks like it might be being used for the ritual.
I would call
She
for
did drop.
Go ahead.
She did drop her tablet over here. Well, it's in the green band now.
Yeah, I don't want to enter the green band if I can avoid it.
Demagia Rafina.
Okay. Can you roll that for me?
Yep, to Magia coming up. Oh, you're like me when it comes to Magia. Let me...
Yeah, I'm not very good at Demotia, so I'm not
you got
exactly
4.
helpful, but dang. Oh.
4. The only thing you can think of is it must be in the well. That's the only thing that comes to mind.
Yeah. You gotta go for the well.
Alright. Well,
You gotta make one hell of a slingshot.
yeah. Well, Flambata shot, but same thing basically.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like killing swamp rats in Beggar's Canyon back home.
But yeah, that's what I'll be doing next turn, I guess. Or next tempest.
You can... I think you can act this one, can't you? Or was that roll your action?
You look around. The action was trying to identify what she could do.
Ah. Fair.
But the enemy can attack her. She's outside of combat as far as they're concerned. Yeah. Alright, so resolve to bellow.
Dice, please behave.
Look at me. Can I explode if I only can have a max of 3?
Yep.
As long as your piety is above 0, fate will intervene on your behalf.
That's 6. That's 7.
Nice.
I don't think 13 beat your 16, friend. So Dominiton doesn't get any help.
Good.
Finally, the dice are fucking being favorable.
Roll against Dominiton. Which you did, never mind.
Yeah, that's the first roll. The second roll is against the culprit.
Zealot on Calypso.
Oh, do I need to roll twice too since I got 2 guys?
Yes.
Tempest. Okay.
Yeah. That's it for me, I think.
One of the Zealots on Corvus. He's not going to give any bonus to the second guy, I'm pretty sure. You rolled 14. Yeah, no. You totally beat me, so I don't get any bonus. Oh, I rolled terrible for both of them. Alright. So, Big Man tries to slash at Tiberius, but Tiberius is a skilled fighter and is able... It actually beats him.
So I got a 14. How much did you get?
I got 13.
Also by 1. Okay. Let's see how.
Huh? Didn't you roll 16? Am I
Ow.
crazy?
How?
16 is against the Elvis.
Oh, you rolled in the other way around. Okay.
Yeah, he's always doing Albus first because that's the one he wants to kill.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That makes sense. As long as
It's always the one he's focusing on. The one in his back is always the second.
He takes 7 damage, the cultist.
Slash. Like Tarsus the Breaker before him, he has a natural heft of muscle and bulk, so he is hurt and bleeding, but there's a lot more to him. As for Albus rolled not great. He rolled 8.
I beat him by 8.
Triple damage.
Excellent.
Beat him by 8, so times 3.
What do I roll? 17.
Oh,
Excellent.
good golly.
Nicely done.
Oh, that wasn't his health. that was me doing his roll. Good God, I scared myself. Hey, I know you have these cool magic powers, and I know I really helped you out, but here's the thing: you're still mortal, you idiot. Get in the well. Okay, cool. Don't listen to me. That's great. Die then. Watch me care. Stupid human. Oh, I'm just gonna chant to otherworldly powers to give myself ungodly strength. Well, okay, then you actually have to do the ritual properly.
Serves you right.
Freaking.
What happened?
Your hit points are garbage, you idiot. You idiot.
No, I should have shot him first.
So, as you slash into him, Tiberius, there's probably a certain level of extra oomph you're putting into this, with the assumption of maybe he's supernaturally charged like the other guys have been this whole stupid fight. Plus you're probably mad, I wager, by this point.
Oh yes, I am missing him, so you know.
You hit him in clean in the shoulder, which usually that's not enough, so you go the whole way. It keeps going. Things shatter, things
Good.
break. Things give way, blood comes forth. The air leaves him, and like a cow to slaughter, he starts going quiet, and he stares at you in shock.
This
And
is
then-
not how this is supposed to go.
His eyes flicker, and the flame douses, and he says to you in Latin, "But the scroll, it said I would I. It said I would I."
I'll
His
push the
eyes-
axe just a little bit further.
You see his eyes as you drive it basically clean through him. He is cut in twain and collapses to the ground. And he is staring at the tablet that the lady was carrying.
Aha.
And he just stares. And there's a look of rage that almost comes to life, but you rob his life from him.
Excellent. Nice.
-1.
Failure is not allowed, you idiot. Thankfully for us, you did something. So, be consumed.
Nom, 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 nom.
His body vanishes in a flurry of fire.
Okay.
Well, so much for the evidence. Oh, fuck it, man.
I will say that both Corvus and Martanus are in the green, and it doesn't seem to be hurting us. So her tablet is in the green too. So
The fire the green light turns into burning fire.
well, okay, never mind.
Damn.
Calypso and Yulia, it looks like that room just lit on fire, in green fire. You've seen that in training. And everything in your training tells you, get away from that. That is fire you can never put out with water, or sand, or salt. That is fire ever burning. That is certain death. That is all your training tells you to do. Because you're too new. There's more complexity to that. There's other spells and magics in the world. But that kind of fire is usually 9 times out of 10 just doom fire. It's just you're waiting to die if you wade into it. And there's nothing the gods can do for you if you get caught in it. Saying that, I imagine there's a certain level of worry you might have for Corvus and Tiberius as they're enveloped in it.
Yeah.
Um,
Very much so.
but Corvus and Tiberius, you see a different vision. Not only do you see the fire envelop you, but you see,
Goodness.
there's a moment of your training telling you that all you can do is die for Rome, and do what you can while you're dying. Like that's their only real suggestion. If you can't escape, die like a Roman then.
Right.
Yeah.
But you see, the both of you, rings of lettering swirling about you in a soft gold and brown light. It looks like the Greek character for Mu and the Greek character for Omega. Just in repetition over and over and over. And it's acting like a shield that's keeping the flames away. It will burn everybody else in there, though. Because I may not be able to kill you, Custodes, but I can kill the rest of them. They're not allowed to fail. Failure is not allowed. Failure must be punished. So if I did that, so... Whoops, wrong things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's a lot of d20s.
They each take
It is a lot.
51 fire damage.
Holy shit.
That seems bad.
Okay. Got it. Don't mess with that power, whatever the heck it is.
Unfortunately, I
Yeah, I think
burned the damn thing, so I don't get more, but... The fire, you are no longer in combat.
Yeah, Corvus will take a big step back
Oh, likewise.
out of the fire. Yes.
Actually.
I go on my knees, not because I want to, but I'm at 3 HP.
That's D-Scientia is medicine, I think.
Yeah, it is.
So that's probably Yulia's.
You know,
gonna
I
be your
would
best
be
bet.
good at that, but I'm not at the moment.
Yulia
I
and
will try to trade.
Yulia and Calypso, you watch as your fellow custodes step from fire, enraptured in light, and then the light fades behind them as they back out of the fire.
I'm gonna tear up a little bit. And thank the gullets
Yeah.
for their
Corvus will
mercy.
offer up thanks to Diana for her protection. I guess Diana of the Underworld in specific, since we're underground.
Yulia Rafina, I ask of you a roll where you hold a tablet in your hands, or on your person. I ask of you Octorius.
Oh, she's good at that. Okay, you got a 13.
Yeah, I am. Do any of my... Oh, shoot, it's Octoritas, not
Yeah.
to Society. All right.
So, you got 10 plus 3, 8 plus 5, 6 plus 4 plus 3, or 5 plus
Let's go-
5 plus 3.
Let's go 8 and 5.
Okie dokie. Here's the roll. 7.
Dang. Hopefully that's good enough.
5.
7's more than 5.
Yay!
Yulia, everything I've been saying as an aside here, you heard that.
I'd heard what?
Remember how I was cursing out these idiots for screwing up my plan?
Oh,
You heard that.
okay.
You get
Okay.
the feeling I didn't want you to hear that. I wanted you to hear something else.
I kind of blanch a little bit. We should leave this place before we discuss.
Yeah, let's pull back above ground and maybe Yulia Rafina can doctor on Calypso a little bit.
Yeah,
Is
I'm
the-
guessing whatever power is in here is
GM, is the corpse of Tarsus the Breaker still here?
No, it's been consumed
Or-
in fire.
Well, fuck this shit, I'm out. You know, let's get the hell out.
But
Ooh,
he's
I will
you know what?
halfway in the fire. Maybe
Good Tiberius.
part of him is there.
I was thinking that too. Tiberius, I will, in the spirit of Mars, offer you the chance to redeem yourself. Not that he does that often. It's just called doing your duty, but you know.
Duty.
I will call upon you, De Capore, to try to snatch his head from the flames.
The corpore.
Do it.
Considering how I've been rolling, I wouldn't count my blessing. 8.
8, you say?
fingers crossed.
Are you willing to take the lick of flame to get his head?
Depends on how much. Is it soakable by armor?
It's only 51 damage.
Yeah, it's only the green flames that surely would slay you.
Can I poke my axe in there and get it with my axe?
Are you going to take your time to get the head, or do you want to get it before the flames take it?
For crying out loud. You know what? Mars can wait. If he doesn't think that this is proof enough, if his eyes don't pierce mountain and stone and see what I've been doing down here, then he can go fuck himself.
Besides, you can always get a different monster.
Up his.
Man, you were really gonna piss off your patron deity.
He already has.
Yeah.
He's zero
He's-
piety for a
he's-
reason.
He's doing everything to piss Mars off like hell. I'm not even doing that to Apollo, but it's still the same shit.
You know what? I think it's high time we had a new demigod ascend and kill
Okay.
Mars.
So you're
Corvus
all-
will assist Calypso back upstairs, and she's a little rocky, I'm sure.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah,
And I will,
basically, I have
I will
more
sh-
armor than I have HP right now.
I will share with her and Rafina both of the, I saw what appeared to be the symbols of Mu and Omega circling us in gold or circling me in gold when I was engulfed in the flame. Because I don't know what
I
that
will-
means.
I will share what I heard once we're up, because I am concerned that whatever power was trying to enact some sort of plan may still have power over the underground there, so I don't want to talk about it in its presence, but
Wanted him to jump in the well, eh? Okay.
yeah. So it's a good thing you both prevented me from jumping in the well. I'm not sure what it would have gained from that, but nothing good. I assume.
So, can you help Calypso?
I'll try.
And I
Can
think
you-
Tiberius took some wounds too.
I'm fine.
Um,
Considering what she's got, I'm fine.
I think I have some of these healing herbs,
That's good.
bandages. So
2 minutes to first aid, D Scientia, difficulty number of 6.
Okay. Can you roll my Scientia?
Yup. Let me switch over to Julia. Oh,
Could
that's-
others help me
Yeah,
on
yeah.
that?
Oh wait, who has the? I thought you had the big Descientia.
you see,
Calypso
No.
has it.
I have a really good medicine roll, but at the moment I'm rolling 3
Right.
dice on everything.
Here's a
Okay.
suggestion. If you take off your armor completely and drop all your weapons, you'll no longer be fatigued, right? So if you just like decode
I think
yourself,
I'm
well,
fa-
not
I'm
decode.
fatigued the moment that I reach like damage half of my.
But if you get rid of the encumbrance, the fatigue goes away, because the thing causing the fatigue is the weight. But yeah,
so
normally
take
if you're
off-
fatigued normally, like by marching too long, then the fatigue stays with you until you rest.
Take the armor off, drop the weapons, and then you can attempt to heal.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, then I will do that, I think.
Yeah, let's make a quick camp and
I can help you, actually.
Do you
For
ascend
protective
all the way
semi-circle.
to the mansion, to the estate?
Yeah.
We cleared it, I guess. So yeah, let's go there.
As you start setting up a small makeshift camp, you see lights streaming out from the ground.
are they streaming from the locations of the wells?
And is it more of the green light or
Oh, it's more of the green light.
shit? That's not good.
Well, that's 9 accounted for then. You got the lake, the 7 wells, and the... No, they're more than 7 wells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, that's 9. Yeah. That fits with the augury.
Well, apply those herbs to yourself. It would appear we have to move.
Yeah. Let's see if I can help her.
Let me check what the herbs do, actually. I forgot that part.
I don't know. Hopefully they do enough.
I think they just help with the healing.
Oops, wrong thing. What? Oh. Got one. Almost forgot one. So the herbs help you at all?
I have to check. I needed to. It only says this is a special herb with powerful hemostatic properties used with bandages to heal wounds. Are you for real, fucking book?
Alright,
Yeah,
well,
there's just this one thing about it,
Oh, there it
so
goes.
I will just roll with the normal thing.
yeah.
Just 14, since I'm not encumbered.
I'll see if I can help you.
Oh, Ensley's on a BRB. Shit.
Close enough.
I needed a 6. Do you remember your Descientia score by heart?
10.
10. Okay, do you want to roll 8 plus 2, 6
Sure.
plus 4, or 5 plus 5?
Let's go 8 and 2.
Okay, you got an 8. That's cool.
On 6, so you beat it by 2.
Yeah.
And the assist from Yulia.
Yeah.
So rolling d10.
It's already done.
Oh, rolling
I
2 dice.
already
Oh,
rolled
okay.
for her. Yeah, you can see that.
What was your roll there, Calypso? Or did you do it yet?
Mine was the one before.
Oh,
like,
okay.
The first 8 was mine.
So 8, so 8 and 8, so 16 brain. Difficulty was 6, you beat it by 10. Beating it by 10 is 3 degrees of success or more. So That means you are healed 3 HP.
I still cannot wear my armor. Oh no, I can just let my. I'm not sure how this shit works, honestly.
What works?
Well,
So I have a maximum, like my half my encumbrance is 6. And I'm now at like enough. I now have like more damage still than this 6.
so
You can-
what's your total hit points currently?
But now, like my total is 7 at the moment.
Okay, so you are above half of your.
Oh no, it's 6 actually. Sorry.
Okay, so
So
you're at.
exactly at like it's usually rounded down. That's why 6 is usually my thingy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think if it's half or less of your, if it's equal to or less than your encumbrance number, then you're fatigued, if I'm remembering right.
I think you're correct.
Yeah. So you can just keep your war gear and stuff in your satchel, and you won't be encumbered by. Because you're only encumbered by stuff you're wearing.
Yeah.
However,
Guess
if
I
we
have to
camp
do
here
that.
for a night and rest, since you have had first aid practiced on you, you can now heal naturally.
Yeah.
If there
And
is
actually-
a
Okay.
green light coming out of a bunch of wells, I don't think we will have a rest here.
Yeah.
I will say that you can. Oh yeah, you need to actually sleep to get stuff. Yeah. So yeah, you see pillars of light emanating across the valley, coming out of the wells, and there's one coming out from the ground where you are. As it actually, no, I take that back. It's not up where you are. You see that you traveled. You see it's that way. Like you went
Oh, okay,
down
that's
and
right.
then
We
kept going
we
that
went
way,
afar.
kept going that way.
Is there one coming from the lake, since that's where we got our tablet from?
I
mean, it might be. I just wondered.
I will say it is fainter than the others.
Okay. And
Uh,
is this light or the fire we saw downstairs?
Light. There could be fire. These are pretty far away.
Fair enough.
Yulia, the tablet on her is glowing green.
I will put it down.
It glows. It glows a fluorescent green as it sits there on the ground.
Okay. Do I still feel cursed?
After putting it down, you know what? At this point, no.
Cool.
I,
Well, it seems that broke the curse on me, at least.
Good.
Yeah, but how do we
destroy the stone? Should we destroy the stone?
Yeah, I mean, that's what
I
I'm
don't
wondering. We
have
don't really
no
have
idea.
much of a clue as to how to deal with whatever it is going on with the spell. I wish we had gotten
Yeah.
What's-Her-Face's tablet.
But look here. That one well over yonder, closer to the north, is not glowing. We are missing one.
Suppose. Yeah, we
Should
need
we
to, I
go-
guess. Go ahead.
Should we go there and see why it's not glowing?
Yeah, I
Did they
suggest
just
we-
not have time to complete the ritual there, or?
In the augury. So yeah, however, I suggest we ride cross country rather than along the roadway.
A fair observation. I concur.
And don't know if we want to check out the Legatus Legionis on our way or not. This is the water, the aqueduct up here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we ought to skip
The
it.
Legatus Legionis may be a good idea.
You think checking out might be a good idea? Fine. Ooh, alright.
Only because, like, either they are also corrupted or they are ignorant. If they're ignorant, they can help us. If they're also corrupted, they need to be purged. So,
From
Calypso,
the
do
whole
you want to?
ritual and all of what the others said, they heard, and the symbols and all, can I try to make something out of that? Like, get any clue on what that is, maybe?
On what is? Sorry.
I mean, like, we've seen that whole thing going on. And the others had at least, like, the symbols that were protecting them essentially from the fire, and whatever Yulia heard from the tablet or whatever. So, can I try to puzzle
Demacia.
that together somehow?
Actually, you know what? I'll go one step further. I'll treat this as an investigation because you have a fair amount of clues you can all kind of chew on. The event occurred recently. You are the first to see the actual event. The difficulty number is 6. The number of successes required is 6.
Okay, that
All right.
meaning that we roll investigation.
You may roll either Demagia or Dissayentia. It's up to you guys, because there are 2 ways to approach this problem.
Okay.
do we
I will-
each choose, or do we all have to choose one skill?
You each get to choose.
Okay. I'm definitely going with I'm not sure which is higher for me. I don't remember. Is this
Scientia
higher?
is definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
All right.
So I knew
You-
Denatura was really low, but I didn't know if this Scientia, Denatia also was.
Let's see. You are rolling 10. 6 plus 4, 5 plus 5, 4 plus 3 plus 3.
5 and 5, 2.
Okay. 2.
All right, fair enough.
Let's see what Corvus can do.
Calypso, that 16 was your roll, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That is still a success. That still helps because the number 6. It happened very recently, so it's pretty easy to piece things out. That's 2 successes.
My Demagia is not bad. I'll try a pitch in here.
That's 3 successes.
We
Nice.
get one more crack at the can.
Yeah, I'll let you crack at the can again before, because I'm either telling you everything or I'm only telling you part of it. So.
Okay. Yulia, you want a different dice combo?
Nah, let's go with that.
Okay. It was 5 and 5.
Yes.
That is.
You got a 6. That's 1.
Nice.
You got 12.
That's
maybe
2.
nailed it.
So
That's 2 successes that you got there on your own. 2
So
from
it's
Calypso, so
7.
that's 5. Yulia gets it to 6. Tiberius gets it to 7. You've blown through it. 8.
8.
So, although only one of you is a priestess and a dedicated augur, you all were trained in the Scholara of the Cohort Auxiliary Arcanum. You were taught the Lex Arcanum and the various secrets therein, because even if you come to Baron work as units, so it always helps to have various viewpoints come together after witnessing something to pull some sort of sense from it. And you've learned from personal experience, it is far easier to do that when the event is recent than when it's happened a long time ago.
Yes.
So, you have learned that what has happened here is a forbidden ritual has been cast upon this valley. It was cast before you got here. At least one part of it. It is the spear point against the fabric of the Empire. Pushing against it, pressing at it. This felt like that moment when you're trying to pierce through something. Sometimes you need that extra little jolt to get it to go the rest of the way. Especially if it's a particularly tough fabric or resistant fabric. And you feel that the tip of that spear has been blunted. So it's still trying to push, but it's struggling to do so. If you had done nothing, that jolt would have made the slightest of tears. And all it would take is just a little bit more effort to open the tear completely and pierce completely through. Something lurks beyond that fabric. Some god, some creature, some spirit, not of the Roman pantheon.
Guessing it's whatever I heard.
Yep. That must be what that is. However, that, although it is blunted, the spear that was pushed against it still sits against the fabric. All you've done is blunted it, and the jolt isn't happening. But with time, if this sits here, the fabric will give way. And it occurs to all of you that you're right. That the Roman lady down there had a tablet that must have more information about what you need to know. You are certain that if you venture into the well light, you will fall back within the grasp. You will be on the other side of the fabric, to put it that, or at least at the very surface of it. You're not on the other side, but you're on the very surface. Down there where the fire is the other side trying to reach through. If this happens, imagine that flame consuming this entire valley. That said, the lights you saw around Corvus and Tiberius, that's something else. That is something else on the other side of that fabric that did not want you to burn.
To defend them.
Yep.
Okay. Interesting.
As for
so
why
something is on Rome's side and something is not.
And as for why this light's dimmer, it's because you have the tablet that's from it, so it's not nearly as strong you've kind of blunted that part of the spear as well. It's still barbed. It has burrs, but it's not like as razor sharp as it was before you took it out. So it's still tearing.
So did we notice that the tablet the lady was carrying was consumed by the fire?
Because you and Tiberius were in there, that fire seemed to only consume flesh and bone, but not stone. Or clay.
Interesting.
We could go back and try and grab it.
We probably should.
Right.
Go back and try and grab it.
Corvus, shall you and I venture into the flames?
I think probably best we all stick together, even if we don't all go into the flames. Yeah.
Right. Let's go then. Time's a wasting.
Yeah, so you can at least throw us the stone while you're burning or something.
Yep. Before we head out, Corvus will make a quick offering to Diana.
I'll make no offering to Mars. I already made my offering down there.
Corvus.
Mm-hmm.
I ask of you sensibilitas.
Okie dokie. Let's do 5 and 5. 5 and 3. 10.
Of the song you heard before, choose a line.
The Stranger song?
Yep.
A stanza or just a line?
A line. Like one of the 6 lines. You can reduce it to a stanza if you want. You can narrow it if you want. It just changes what I tell you.
I'm seeing 7 groups of sentences, I guess.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then... Well, you tell me what...
Right, okay.
What you want.
Sorry, night. No, too late.
Oh, right. I don't like this. Never mind. This is actually going to be easier for you.
Let's do the last. Forget the scalpel series, etc. Oh, you're talking about the druids thing,
yes,
not the strangers thing. Okay,
my bad.
That's
sorry.
why I was confused.
Yep, that's my confusion as well. Sorry. They are both strangers to you, so I forgot you were talking about the stranger who sings.
Well, yeah, right.
That's my bad. Actually, because Diana favors you helping the druid, I'll let you ask for both songs. So 1 from each.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You were asking earlier about forget the scalpel series, the petty laws, and so on.
Yeah, I'll do that one, and then, okay, go ahead if you want, and I'll figure out which are the other ones.
So, it occurs to you that though the scalpel series is an instrument of healing and the removal of disease, this is not a disease. So to pursue it is pursuing the hare over the board. It is a waste of time. You are losing the larger prey here. The call for forget petty laws is the Lex Arcanum are supreme in this regard. The lesser, the regular laws need to be set aside for the good of the Lex Arcana. Forget not thy birth. You are Ratian and a Roman citizen.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what anyone else would dare to tell you. And forget not thy stars tells you that all of you, were meant to be here, as ordained by the gods. This is important, what you do.
Okay.
No pressure.
Okay, and then from the druids song, let me bring it back up. Let's hear about... Because we know this is what Albus did, supposedly, right?
Something like that.
Let's do the I saw the end time crime entwined.
look to this valley as you rise from your prayer and offerings to Diana, that the end of the Empire will come not from plague or war, but false peace, corrupted law, and rotted legacy. Forgotten heroes will rise not as specters, but as imperishable names. Their memory alone defying that which was beyond. You are facing that which preys upon the anima, the spirit, the soul. And upon that soul, or with that soul, like an ink, history will be rewritten to erase honor and silence dissent.
So we face that which attacks the anima. And something like a stain on the soul or something?
Something like that.
Okay.
And you get the feeling that this is... the fate of Rome is here in miniature.
Okay.
Okay, and I'll share that with everybody.
Concerning. Slightly. But we must get that
Yeah.
tablet.
Yes.
Just to point it out, it's again Diana, the only one working.
I'm sensing a pattern here.
Well, it's Deanna's follower who's the only one offering.
Mercury helped out.
It's true, I'm just saying.
I gave him an offering, and he helped me out. It's just, he's pissed with you guys, so he doesn't want to help you, even if I ask him to.
All will be tainted with falsehood or something. Okay.
Well, I still was right. With that lady.
Yeah. You were.
Mm-hmm.
That you were.
Who descends down into the darkness?
Tiberius
We
does.
all.
You all
Yep.
descend.
Oh, we all do, yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
You come to the catacombs. The catacombs. And
Oh my god, it sticks! It sticks!
you spy a room enveloped in flames, but no heat. You see body after body being obliterated. Even if they're not touching the flames, you see the dead are just burning away.
It's going to...
That's creepy. Alright.
All right. I guess we try carefully to enter,
Yeah.
trusting in the gods to protect us. At least quickly to find that tablet and skedaddle.
Yeah. Tiberius and Corvus, you are able
Mhm.
to enter the flames as circles of light envelop you.
Okay.
I'm not going to.
No, I will
I'll
not
watch
do it.
them.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to stay
Already
for a minimum
catch the
amount
flipping stone.
possible, muttering prayers as I am until I can see if the tablet is there and if I can grab it or not.
1 second.
Likewise, I will keep my eyes peeled for the tablet.
Alright. Are folks saying stuff, or did it just go quiet for a bit?
I'm back.
It went quiet for a bit.
Oh, okay.
I had to check
Sorry,
something.
I'm a little leery because my Discord has been so problematic lately. So
Yes, Corvus and Tiberius, you, the two of you can roll for me a thing that can be known as sensibilities.
Oh
Cool.
no.
There I am.
As you search the
Hit me
flames.
with my worst stat.
Let's do that.
hopefully this goes well.
10 again.
Hey!
Between the two
Ah.
of
But
you,
I am not favored by the gods.
Oh,
Up yours, Mars.
you find two things. One is a burnt piece of paper. Actually, no, sorry. You find a scroll of paper, a papyrus. You figure that's roughly where Dominitus fell. Because you're walking through flames and touching with like your feet and stuff. Because you can't see anything. You
Right.
just see flames and light. And and hear each other talking. And the only way you two can find your way out easily is because Calypso and Yuli are outside. But you also run into the clay tablet of the Roman lady, and you're both able to
Okay.
retreat from the flames.
Yes.
Nice.
And maybe
Very
let's get
good.
out of the catacombs before we start digging through this stuff.
Yes.
Yes, please.
And Tiberius, you took a wound, even though slight, right?
Yes, I did.
You should get
Do you want
first
me
aid
to...
or whatever it's called, just because otherwise you
Yeah,
won't be able to
treatment.
heal naturally.
Okay, well, if we can while we're outside, I'll have the priestess look over me real quickly.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'll give whichever one I've got, the scroll or the tablet, over to Yulia Rufina.
Okay.
Let's
I
resolve
will take it.
We will resolve the healing first.
Sounds good.
It's
Dicientia.
6 again.
Yep, still 6 because he's not dying.
Oh.
Well.
He is now! Ha ha!
Oh no.
The custos recovers nothing, does not mark the treated box. No additional first aid attempts can be made on them in the same day. So you cannot be first aided again. You will not naturally heal tonight. You'll have to wait till tomorrow to be healed.
That's okay.
Sorry.
I took a small scratch anyways, I'm ready.
What is examined first?
Well, let's check out the tablet, guys, right? The one we picked up from downstairs?
Yes.
Yeah.
We should also examine the parchment, but yeah, tablet first sounds good.
Anus. Oh, Oceanus. Oh. God, my brain.
I'll print screen and throw this over at so you can see it as well there, because they're on a different board now.
Thank you. Oh, mosquito.
You see clumsy scorings into the clay tablet, and then impressed upon it are several glass beads with some image trapped within them. And then across the document is lots of tiny little scritches and scratches in a sort of brownish off yellow color.
Okay. Do we recognize what is written there?
It's like the same phrase repeated over and over again. Something about death. I
Yeah.
can't make out the first. SPES.
I would say so, yeah. Ansolismus.
Hope something endures, I think.
Yeah, like in the middle, the ones in the middle are different.
Hmm.
My old eyes can't quite penetrate the text effects. Is that Nunquam Mortuary?
Yes, I would say so.
Yep.
And it's only Moritur and an exclamation mark, I think.
Moritor. Okay, so hope endures forever, never dies.
I mean, that's also what the song says, I think.
Nomine sunt momento. Name is
Names
memory,
are
or memory is
memories.
name.
Names are memories, yeah.
I don't have the resolution to see the tiny text.
There's a lot of them. I don't think we're supposed to see all of them.
Remember their name is Nomine sunt memento. The rest is like hope endures forever, over and over and over again. Remember their name. I don't think there are any other phrases there.
I mean, there is the middle ones is the only ones, like the first, like in the Oceanus Germanis, there's the first one, and then from there the middle down is always another sentence. Then
yeah, non sole sumus. We are not alone. Remember their names. Oh, long stuff. Non solium Victoria. Cynthia Postulamus. Like not only victory, something about resistance. Solum, okay. God, it's been a while since those semesters of Latin.
Been a while since Latin, you said?
Yeah, a while since the few semesters, well, 4 years, I guess, of Latin I had. Resist TENTIA.
I took Latin in university because I had to, economics, but nothing stuck.
I never had any Latin anywhere.
We demand not only victory, but also resistance.
Okay.
Well, here's some resistance, you know.
Gloriam canimus non ipsi, or corium. I'm breaking my neck to get closer to the screen, like that's gonna matter.
Yeah, no, don't break your neck.
Only corum canimus non ipsi.
I honestly think that this is just a bunch of quotes tossed in there to, you know, drive you off. Maybe one or two of them are important, but I wouldn't count it for 90% of them.
I know they do kind of echo some of the stuff from the other things we've heard. Aurum Canimus. We sing a chorus, non-ipsy. We sing the chorus, not ourselves? Okay.
Okay. Sure.
Aurum
What?
Canimus non-ipsy. Okay, sure.
Guys, I tell you, that language has no future.
So,
So these are the mountains on the side that are like surrounding this valley, clearly, right? Or actually, are they? No, they aren't. These are.
Yeah, I'm wondering because you've got an ocean at the top and an ocean at the bottom, so I'm wondering.
The ocean of the Germanic Ocean, and the Occidentalis. Occidentalis is like what? South, east, west, something along those lines.
Yeah, Western Ocean.
Western Ocean. Okay, trying to. Okay, my brain is getting kind of fuzzy with orientation.
There's a map in the book.
So there is. What is
must be
being
nice to have
bordered-
access to a book.
I'm sorry.
What is being bordered by two sides?
Yeah, so
are-
it's the German Ocean, which kind of the.
Is that the North Sea or is that something else? Or the Baltic Sea?
I don't know what that.
It could be
maps
whatever
to.
sea is on the next to the coast of.
Yeah, it's basically between Britain and Denmark.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
that would be like the
That one.
North Sea, so into
The
North
name
Sea.
of which is escaping me right now.
And the Occidentalis is the Atlantic. Yeah, it's the North Sea
Yeah.
and the Atlantic.
So is this like Holland?
Could be.
Hang on, let me get the map out, crying out loud. If I could remember where I damn well put it.
I mean,
Oh, there
the
it is.
apocalypse starting in.
I mean, it might represent Gallia.
It might. What page is the map on? It's like somewhere near
it's-
the end, right?
It's the end papers.
The end papers.
The end papers.
Well, that's what they're called. That's what they're called.
They are.
Right?
I
Yeah,
know.
it is.
I know. It's just funny. Just
It is.
unfortunate.
It probably
Unfortunate.
is like northern France, around Paris. On the west, the perspective is a bit skewed. So if you were to look at it like from the perspective of Britain, if you were looking down on France, it would make sense. Except it's totally heavily out of scale.
I mean, it also kind of, if you look down on France and have the ocean down here, then it's not the Atlantic, isn't it? Because the south of France is like, at that part of France, if that was France, there would be the
Yeah,
Mediterranean.
no, that's why I think the scale of the map is a bit askew, right? Because we have the German Ocean on one side and the Western Ocean on the other. So it should represent that stretch from the Netherlands to Brittany. That little peninsula just off France. But yeah, that's see. We have the letters D and some kind of pyramid. We have one town with D starting there. Durocortorum. Could be that. Nothing with Y, I'm afraid.
It's Ypres.
Ypres. And I'm not familiar with some of these letters, I'm afraid. No, but I think it's northern France. Yeah.
Aren't we in southern France though? Didn't we we're kind of like at the just over the border from Italy into Gallia?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in that mountain range there.
What if these are Greek?
Greek letters. Well, I ain't being
Yeah,
taught
I mean,
Would be
Greek.
gamma.
Maybe some of you smart folks should make some rolls.
Yeah. You mean? I mean, I think we should.
Yeah.
Apocalypse.
I think we should have you lead that though, Calypso, because you're smarter. Being frank.
I'm at least not completely unsmart. So that's something. But my dice rolls are so good. It's like, it's good that the ones don't explode into negatives, because then I would have a real problem.
Do you continue to examine the tablet?
Yes.
Okay.
I think we got most of it from it, right?
Anything of it, but
Well, we
it's
know
good that you
what
guys
sort
are
of
confident.
location it somewhat represents.
I'm not terribly sure about that.
Yeah.
Lacrymis.
Can we?
Nothing else makes sense. That's the thing.
Can we make a either Descientia roll or something like that to try and get a hint?
Oh,
Maybe?
Christ's sake, wait, I think I know. It might actually represent Britain. The span of land is close enough, it borders both oceans on one and the other side. It might actually just be Britain.
Yeah, very well might be. I mean, there was a druid here sent by the British spirits.
That is true.
What query doth the Lady of Rome ask of me?
I guess, is he right that it's Britain?
The Scientia for you, because you asked the question.
Okay. You guys hear me still?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
I believe she needs assistance with their Desciento roll.
Oh,
That's
of course.
you,
My
isn't it?
bad. My bad. I'm still translating Latin over here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Descientia, that is a D. That is a 10. Okay. We've got a D10, 6 plus 4, 5 plus 5, 4 plus 3 plus 3.
Let's just go D.
D10? You're
Say-
really muffled. Yeah.
You are muffled. You might have to say again.
D10.
Okay. 3.
I apologize. I want to swap that between my phone right now. Endlessly. And not, like, stick to my stupid earbuds. Anyway.
3 gives me no way to answer you.
Belisarius could help.
He could help, does he?
Yeah, let me make a roll here. Oh, this is decent. It's the same roll for me. I got a 7, which, but the two of us rolling should lower the difficulty by 1. I don't know if how much that helps us.
Okay, sure.
I will say unto you that only part of this represents Britain. The span of
Okay.
this is far wider than that. You only had 1 degree of success.
Okay. Say again, sorry.
Sorry, I was just reiterating to myself part of it is written and oh.
So it was Britain, at least part of it.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, maybe it'll come to us later. I think we have more pressing matters to attend to, right?
Ourselves.
Honestly, I make nothing out of that map. Let me be completely honest. If the
Can I
woman
make
did
a
that herself,
navigation?
that wouldn't wonder me. Like, I wouldn't be surprised.
Can I make like a Denatra or a navigation roll?
To what end, sir?
To try and figure out what this putative map, what area is showing us. If it's partially Britain, we know.
I'll give that to you.
Okay, because it's probably the center is probably the English Channel. Oops, that's not me. That's Yulia. So that's going to be a 19. Oh, I keep wanting the dice roller to pop over the character sheet, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
Be nice if it did.
Let's do 8, 6, and 5. Ha. It's a base success if it's.
What was your question again?
What are the lands represented by this map, knowing that part of it is Britain?
This feels representative of provinces, not one province.
But I can't tell from that roll which is which.
Marginal. You only got one success.
Okay. I mean, I could spend my last 6 pietas and add something to that roll. Reroll the same dice and add it. But then I would have no pietas.
I mean, there's still.
I think bad things happen if you have no pietas.
Well, I can't. Dice can't blow up anymore.
Yeah. The fates will stop intervening.
I better just hold it.
So we don't
Of
want that.
provinces rather than. Okay, Cat, you got to get off my map.
Mm-hmm.
Go on. Go on.
Oh, cats. Fuzzy, adorable little jerks.
So, I mean, basically, when we're talking provinces, we're talking Britannia, Gallia, Iberia. I mean, Germania really isn't a province per se.
There's a Germania province.
Oh yeah, so it is. Yeah. So yeah, I'm sorry. The way they do the lettering's weird. So Britannia, Germania, Gallia, and Iberia are the 4 that kind of are touched by those bodies of water.
Okay.
But no, I think you were onto something. What if this is just a channel?
Yeah.
The pyramid represents London. The city next to it represents the other one, the Iska Dumnoni. I forget which. Is that Plymouth? Must be Plymouth. Anyways. And across the pond you have. Oh lord, what are those ones? The Paris suburbs, as it were.
I don't know. I think this could probably reward some better rolls on investigation, but maybe we should move over to the scroll and let Calypso see what she can do. It looks more, it seems more magical to me than the tablet.
Whoops, wrong one.
Yeah.
Sorry. Whoop.
We never actually left the fire.
So you look away from the tablet and look upon the scroll.
Yes.
Upon the scroll, you spy in your hands what reads. You see the inscription upon the scroll. The inscriptions pulse faintly with energy. You see a bloody fingerprint in the upper left corner. Strange diagrams of triangles, a stone, an orb, a raven, some sort of magic circle, some Germanic-looking runes. You're able to piece out some of the Latin. It's mixed in with some other languages, so you're kind of struggling to fill it in. But you're able to get, and also some of the writing seems somewhat haphazard, so it's hard to read the writing alone. But you read that this is the Obsidian Binding. And it says upon its face, "From Shadow's embrace, from the fractured stone I call. Ye who dwell in the Montes Salintir," whatever that is, "whose whispers echo in the Aqua Nigra, ancestors of the crag, whose blood stains the ancient earth, heed my offering." You see a notation scribbled very tiny. You have to kind of like put your face right up at it. It's offer dried herbs and bone to the well. Then more notation. Trace runes upon obsidian with blood. More notes. Spill blood upon the tablet. It continues. The Via Imperia shall coil beneath my will. Rome shall falter, shadow shall reign. From this heme, whatever that means, this root of old gods, I ascend. With Enzus in Thurizas, I claim this land. So it is written in the obsidian. So shall it be wrought in flesh and stone. This is a forbidden ritual.
Okay.
Okay. Was he trying to be the vessel of that entity because he was, like, pissed that he got the consequences of his actions?
Yeah, I'll start copying that over.
Yeah.
I think I finally got all the different Latin roughly translated and down. The other one.
Anything useful on it?
Let's see. We sing the one that's repeated over and over is "Hope endures forever and never dies," and then from top to bottom, we sing the chorus, "Not ourselves. We demand not only victory but also resistance. Remember their name. We are not alone. They believe in inspiration. They don't embrace the apocalypse with laughter. They embrace it with tears." So I mean, fundamentally, they're summoning midnight, and we have to call upon the captains and the watch.
I would like to, before I just look away from it, I will cover the paper and then look away.
That might be wise.
Last time was very ouchy for my eyes.
Corvus, you may roll for me. Demacia.
Oh. This should be somewhat amusing. Or.
Don't worry about it. You're fine.
Yeah. Warning. I like that they printed the warning on the spell.
Wait, GM, what time is it?
Ritual of Ascendancy.
The night, though the clouds obscure the moon, it is getting quite late. You're starting to feel the pulls of fatigue as you have been up for quite some time.
Oh, would this locate? I have a specialty in Castra, which is like military camps, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would this location be somewhat suitable, considering we mostly cleared it out for a makeshift abode?
Suitable for what?
To rest.
No.
Spend the night.
You can give me a roll.
Oakley dokley. That's DeBello Castra, right?
Yeah. Just darn it.
Will a 10 do it?
Yeah. You are. This may not be a dedicated military fortification, but these government buildings like this are walled for a reason. They're meant to be somewhat defensible. It's not as good as a proper fort, but as long as you keep a good guard watch in rotation, unlike these idiots, you should catch anyone trying to sneak into the facility. If you sleep in the upper rooms, it takes longer for people to get to you because there's only so many ways for people to get to where you are. Alternatively, you could make camp in the underground, but you would have you'd have no idea of anyone approaching the building. So really, the best place is the first or second floors of the main facility.
Right. Well, while they're ruminating, do you mind if I grab a couple of, I don't know, I have an axe. I'll chop a nearby table or something and try and make some barricades.
Easily done. Easily done.
Good. I'll get doing on that while they're pondering and ruminating.
Does Calypso share the weird words that she can't make out from the
Yeah.
scroll? Corvus speaks German. Do I recognize any of them?
Let me make sure I'm right before I say that. You darn you. Heim is home.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think Ansys and Thorias are like runes. I think that's Ansys and Foreign, or whatever, however one spells that.
Via Imperia, you think about it a little longer, that's the Imperial Road. That's just his Latin is so bad, it took a second for you to go, what? Oh. he did the strokes wrong, so it looks like something, it looked phonetically correct, but literally incorrect.
And then, of course, Aqua Nigra is Blackwater.
Yep.
The Black Sea.
I'm assuming
Or just
Montes
Blackwater.
Sealantir is Silent Mountain or something similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, did you think I was
my
going to make your
rolls
first
aren't
mission easy?
No, I'm staring at that too long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, kind of. Honestly, for what we have now, it's just me guessing that guy was really angry. That his actions had consequences and tried to summon an eldritch being or whatever into his body.
It sounded like the Eldritch being, he was supposed to get in the well, but instead he decided to fight. I don't know. Trying to think if there's any role I could reasonably bring back here. I was hoping my hide to Natra might help me with navigation, but. So this is obviously the ritual that was performed before we got here, the obsidian binding. We know we've somehow blunted it, which I think is preventing Albus from ascending. But maybe the conditions are still there. The obsidian tablets. Because I'll lay you money that in all of these glowing spots, there's a tablet that has been placed, and probably
By
bodies.
the way, is that on purpose that it doesn't have its own light, or is that just missing because it was in the overlap?
Oh, that's my mistake. Sorry.
Oh, good find.
Yeah, they all should have a light around them. One's just fainter than the others.
Also, GM, what is this flame symbol in my top right corner of
You
the
had a
avatar?
torch.
Oh, a torch. Yes, lovely.
I'm thinking, because it's 9 stars, or 9 dark blot sky, but there's only 8 sources of light. So I'm thinking maybe something hadn't been dropped there or there. The big lake up north or the well. Oh, never mind.
No. Also,
There's
all
9.
9 are there.
Yes, okay.
Well, I'm not too sure what to do now. Maybe we should rest.
Rest so you can regain some strength. We'll take watches and then, I mean, on base instinct level, it's get the tablets out of the wells and destroy them. So it's kind of,
Yeah, but the point is, from whatever, like, I'm not sure if the tablets were only a means to achieve it or if they actually are the thing that holds it.
I don't know. Maybe after a night's rest, your wisdom and experience will be able to sort it out. Plus, you'll be able to try again on Tiberius, first aid wise.
Yeah.
No, not until tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
why I
After a
need to
night's rest.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think I would feel a little bit more clear with Apollo's light upon us. So
Yeah, let's camp for the night and take guard patrols.
Very good. You all find your rest and find your sleep. Embrace the night, one by one.
I'm going to embrace inspiration.
Sorry, what was that?
Going to embrace inspiration, not revelation.
Corvus, you have a relative in Rome. He runs a bank, you think?
Okay. Calidus, right?
Boom falls asleep first that night.
I think I'm.
I'll keep
Okay.
watch for a little bit. You can take the. I'll take the first watch. You can take
I
the
would
second.
like to get the last watch.
Makes
Sure.
sense.
Like when the sun rises.
Okay.
I can take third watch, I guess.
Okay, so me first, Corvus second, Yulia
Yep.
third, Calypso fourth.
Yep.
So the first is
Tiberius.
first to sleep.
Oh, first to sleep.
I think just from my state, that would be me.
Everybody but Tiberius is sleeping first watch.
So, Calypso. Demagia. Imperial cult supply.
Here.
I need to select my tokens. That would be of importance.
You recover 2 pietas.
Uh-huh.
You will also, during this night, recover your vigor score in HP.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's very good.
So, from where do you hail again? From Macedonia, I
mean-
believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
You. What was your home like? What did it look like?
Well, I mean, I don't think it was like a big city,
Hmm.
but like a smaller one. Like quite cramped in a way. Pretty lively.
Okay.
Very Greek in architecture. Everything kind of centered around like temple.
Did you ever take time to enjoy music? If
Well,
not
from
yourself,
time
then
to time.
others.
From time to time when others did it.
Where would you have seen a person playing a lyre?
Well, I guess somewhere around town. Like
Think they
on
were
some
nice?
marketplace or something.
You
I'd say so. I mean,
Normally, they probably have like a small little crowd of passersby. Because music's fun, thing to
yeah.
do.
Yeah.
This time, they are alone. Only you hear them. Only you listen. As they rest their back against a cracked and fallen column. They look up at you as you approach. And in your mother tongue, "Good day to you, dear lady, good day. How fares the weather? How fares your day?"
Good. How's yours?
"Oh, fine and fine, though lonely still. You break that curse that palls upon me.
Well, please sit down. Don't let me interrupt you.
Nods with a smile and continues to play.
Yeah, I
It
just
is
continue and listen.
it is a melody familiar to you. The words are lost.
Well, if I know the melody, I might just hum along.
I ask of you, Octoritus or de Society? De Society, rather.
Octoritas or the society?
Yep.
Okay, I take Octoritas.
Mind brain is. You find snippets of words. You remember part of the song. It's like that moment where you think you know the song, but you just kind of sing along with the bit you remember, and then just kind of trail off and hum because you don't remember the rest of the lyrics. I turned the pages of broken lore, words that warned us once before. Is the one line you catch. The one you remember.
I turn the pages. What was it again?
I turned the pages of broken lore, words that warned us once before. Rain begins to fall gently. But the musician before you pays it no mind. They just continue to play.
I think so do I. It is.
I turned the pages of broken lore, words that warned us once before. Yet knowledge fades like dust in hand, very deep beneath the sand. And thus you would wake.
Is it like a full shift basically? Is it my time to wake or is it just me waking up sometime?
It's your time to wake.
Very good.
Yeah. The last line was, yet knowledge fades like dust in hand, very deep. What?
Beneath the sand.
Beneath the sand. Very reminiscent of the Druids song.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Who falls asleep second?
God. Everyone but me. So either Yulia or Corvus.
Yeah.
Want to just do a roll off?
Sure.
Okay. Let's do D4. 1 to 2 is you, 3 to 4 is me.
Works for me.
4. So Belisarius. Corvus.
It's totally a 2.
All
He's
the same
lying.
mix.
Not that she can tell you. But you know. Therefore, good sir, I ask of you Demagia.
You would.
I would. My favorite skill in this game.
It's the one I have least ability in.
Hey, you're the one that wanted to look at trees for the duration of your life.
7.
You gained 1 pietas.
Yay.
What was your home like?
Well, home was Castra Regina, which is literally a fortress city right on the Limes, or Limes, I don't know how to pronounce that,
Hmm.
on a bend in the Danube. But a lot of my life I spent accompanying my father on trading expeditions, particularly over the Limes into Germania to trade with some of the tribes there for amber, especially.
As you walk with your
Oh.
father, it is snowing. Where are you going?
We were going to the equivalent of the town of one of my father's friends and trading partners contacts in Germania among the Helvetii. I don't know, those are Celtic, actually. The Carnutes, why not?
Along the way, you see a soldier. His helmet off, tucked under his arm, covered in snow. His hair silvered. A big beard kind of stretching away from him, silvered as well. Snow kind of clinging to places. And his weary voice carries a tune as he stands on top of a cairn. How would your father feel about this?
The bareheaded, is it a legionary?
It would seem so.
Okay. So a bareheaded apparent legionary standing on top of a cairn singing in the snow.
Yep.
My father would be very nervous about this. This is not. This seems, if not unnatural, then unusual enough to be concerning.
How do you feel?
This to me seems like an omen or a sign. It's too much specific.
What do you do?
I hailed the soldier.
He looks over at you.
Salve, Legionarius.
Salve, young one, and sir. Tell me, young one. You seem not to fear me.
Should I?
The wariness of your father is wise, but it is good to listen in your wariness.
Well, then say on. I listen.
Look there, young one, on the field below.
Okay, I'll look.
You see a battle, distant, that you can barely hear the clatter of steel. You see people fighting and many falling. He continues to sing. But then it occurs to you as you watch, there is no other army. There's nothing else there. Something out there in the snow is cutting down these legionnaires. But the legionnaires are doing what they can. They are fighting on.
Sorry, taking notes. What is he singing as I'm watching this?
The lyrics fail you. He mutters them
Mhm.
very, very quietly. He's not really singing it for... It's that thing you do when you can't write something down and you're trying to memorize something. You start saying stuff out loud to yourself. Like you're
Right.
repeating it over and over and over. But he's doing it to a song, which, frankly, a lot of bardic songs are basically that. They're just memorizing things. Because song and rhyme are easier to remember than plain speech.
Right.
And oral traditions, as your grandfathers would have done, would have sung grand tales over and over and over. Though this tale is far less grand, far more somber. But he takes it very seriously. One bit you catch every so often is he's repeating himself. I held the line when the dark tide rose. Steel against shadow, blade to woe. But blood runs thin, and arms grow weak. When fighting foes we cannot see.
Again, reminiscent of the Druid song.
Yeah, it is.
And thus you wake.
Mm.
I guess I'm next.
What was your home like, Yulia?
I lived in a Capuchin villa in Rome with my family.
Did you ever attend funerals yourself?
Yes.
Were they big affairs, the funerals you attended, or were they much more private and quiet affairs?
I think it would have depended on which funeral I was attending. If they were a great figure in the city, it would
They,
probably be grand.
yeah, it'd be a grand person.
Yeah. Then, yeah, I'd be attending. It'd probably be a grand funeral to suit their stature. If memory serves, Romans, Roman patricians used to even go so far as to hire actors to mourn as well.
Yep. Wearing the masks of their ancestors.
Hmm.
You see a funeral pyre, huge and grand. The body burning. The marble clean, though being speckled by rain. The skies above you are dark. There is no one else but you here. To honor this person.
I'll pay my respects to the deceased in the appropriate manner.
This is your fallen husband, you realize. Forgotten, unadorned except by your wailing. No one to hear you or see you. Not even an actor to play at his ancestors. Would this ever happen? Did this happen?
No. No. Absolutely not.
Why not?
Like, for one, he served in the Legion of Honor, but for two, even an impoverished patrician family wouldn't dare to disrespect their son and heir. So
You scream these at the fire, as if trying to dispel the illusion. Because this is not your memory.
Mhm. And yeah, I'll probably like curse whoever is playing this trick because yeah, it's insult me all you want, but you can't insulting my family, whether married or birth, is a step too far.
From the fire, a feather whirls and dances towards you, throwing off the flames, soaring towards you despite the falling rain. And as the feather comes into your grasp,
Catch it?
as you grasp it, the entire hall fills with all those who should be there, as it was, as it should have been.
Good.
And you remember the final words, those strange words he said in his final breath. For you were there when he sung them. It was so strange. Likely a delirium from his wounds. But now you remember them. As he looked at you, desperate, reaching. I lit a fire where none could see, to warm a child who clung to me. A single spark, a breath, a name, a whisper that we will live again.
Okay.
And thus you wake.
Could you give us that one more time, GM?
And, oh, I apologize before I do that. Yulia, DiMaggio.
Okay.
Can you
Yep.
roll it for me?
Okay.
My Dimagia is not great.
Yes, it is 7.
Ah,
You got a 3.
Yeah, that's about what I expected.
no, Paetia is regained.
Yeah, I figured.
I lit a fire what none can see, to warm a child who clung to me. A single spark, a breath, a name, a whisper that we live again.
Got it.
And the last to sleep, despite his long rest, is Tiberius.
Mm-hmm.
You may roll for me, DiMaggio.
Haha, may I indeed. My whole 3 no, actually, no, my Magio is okay. My Discientia is trash.
Yeah.
Aha.
Your sleep after your first watch is that of the dead. Dreamless and formless. You are tired. It's been a long day. Mars has been Mars. Have you ever faced a battle this hard before?
Oh, nothing quite this hard, I think. Serving in the in the army and in the Imperial Navy was nowhere near this hard, and being a Praetorian, well, you might as well just pick your nose the entire time while you're on duty, you know?
And where from do you hail? Mauritania, wasn't it?
Yeah, Mauritania, one of the southernmost provinces of the Empire, southwesternmost provinces of the Empire, in a small village bordering the Atlas Mountains, just near the edge of the Sahara Desert.
Did you serve in the military back then?
Yes, drafted when I was 16, I think, to go to Tangiers, or Tingis.
As you're on a patrol, the Legion commander, Legate, that's the word. My brain was failing me. The Legate walks up to you, storming at you. What do you do?
Is he drawing his weapon?
No. He looks like he's gonna hurt you, though.
He's going to hurt me. Okay, dig in my heels and prepare to get hurt.
What are you doing, Tiberius? Answer me!
Patrolling, sir.
What kind of patrol is this? Are you lost?
No, sir.
Then why are you not patrolling the lake?
Sir.
Are
We're in a
you
desert.
stupid? Are you deaf? Why aren't you there?
I'll look around. Is there a lake nearby? We're in a desert. There should be no lake nearby.
There's like an oasis. It's
oasis?
this guy's not from here, so he's kind of stumbling on the word.
Yes, Legate. The Oasis Legate. I shall proceed at once.
He slaps you so hard you crumple to the ground. And regain 3 pietas.
Damn, Mars. Damn, Mars. This is how we roll? Alright.
It seems Mars isn't here. Huh. So, about that patrol.
I'm off to the Oasis.
That's wise.
I run. I sprint.
This is why he lived so long. You arrive at the lake. Well, the oasis. And there you see your beloved wife. Or wife to be, anyway. Much younger than, I imagine.
I'll mingle around, patrol, as it were, but also just, kind of mingle around. A little bit.
She stares into the waters. Her hands joined in front of her.
I'll approach her after a while. Anything interesting in there?
I think I do.
No? Do tell.
Look on that water.
I'll look.
Isn't it so still? So calm.
Yes, well, it is an oasis.
But do you not feel
It
the
doesn't
wind?
move. I'll try and feel it. Is there any wind?
There is, yeah. It's probably why this patrol hasn't sucked so bad. There's a breeze. Thankfully, not too much of
yes,
one that it's
but-
kicking sand everywhere, but you know.
Yes, my lady, I feel it, but oases are normally... Well, you see, they're in a sort of chasm. The water, it lies in a basin almost. The wind cannot reach it.
Oh. I see a glint of silver in there. Do you see it?
I'll look. Is there?
You spy beyond the water a great gleaming silver eye staring back at you. Literally carved and shaped from silver.
Yes, I see it. I know not what it is, though. Do you wish for it, fair maiden?
Oh, I mean, could I possibly ask that of you?
Say no more. I'll begin undressing my armor, dropping the sword, and diving into the lake.
You hear her soft chuckling as you are very eagerly attending to it. She's trying her best to hide it, but it's kind of hard not to, because that's kind of funny. Into the water you go. Holy heck, that is cold. That is very cold water. That shouldn't be allowed to be that cold. Oh, that woke you up. Okay, what are you doing?
Check myself if I'm not peeing in my bedroll, in the current day. But no, keep swimming. The exercise will keep me warm.
You swim up to the eye, I presume?
Mm-hmm. And I'll try and, is it embedded in? If it's embedded into something, I'll try and pluck it out.
As you pluck it out, you see a verse written into around the iris, form into being, glowing in a golden light, burned there in fire, despite the water. I walked the road where the cities fell. Ash in the air, the tolling bell. Names worn smooth by the wind and rain. Only echoes of ghosts remain.
All right. I'll swim back and deliver the fair maiden her eye.
You meet your legate standing next to her. What are you doing? Wake up! And, you wake up.
I check myself if I haven't peed myself.
You have. Mars is petty.
No! Curses. His favor?
And with that, you each wake, the sun darker still, sky blacker still, and the sky raining. Raining black. And painting the valley. One drop at a time.
Like literal black water falling from the sky?
Yep.
Oh, that's bad.
For everyone watching out there, thank you very much for watching. Those of you playing, thank you very much for doing so, and we look forward to seeing you again next time. Bye. I'm waiting for you suckers to go to sleep.
No, we just refused.
No, we're gonna do this all in one day. I'm like, I mean, heck, if you do it, kudos.
It's kind of reiterating the druid's song.
See, you guys wouldn't have needed to listen.